Sorry, the usual adjustment period here. Oh, geez. Why is this so loose? Hold on. Sorry, the lighting in here is so bad. Hi. Scooch my laptop a little closer. It's always so chaotic in here. Um, Hi, Riker Farrell. Hi, Robert. Hi, Critical Mode Gaming. Hi, Mev. Hi, Courtney Huffman. Hi, Mason Perry. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, as usual, though, I'm like, the beginning of these streams is always so chaotic where I'm just like, how do I gotta set up here, figure this out. Hi, Andrew. Hey, Angel Dust. Angel Dust Husband Hotel. Share the stream. Thank you so much, Glamrock. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm X from BFB. Hi, Alexis. Hi, everyone. Hair's so pretty. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have no idea like how many people know this because I'm always like wearing wigs and stuff, but like I actually do just have like curly hair. I feel like in a lot of transition videos that I used to do, I would like straighten it before the transition. And so then like people were surprised whenever I'd show up with curly hair and it's like, this is actually my real hair. The straightened hair was very fake. That was me burning my hair for the sake of aesthetics, I guess. Puppet's your favorite, Bailey? Oh, heck yeah. Roxy one was the most colorful one. Yeah, I know. I still don't know what to do about that. I feel like I've been getting a lot of like comments about the way I do the colors in my FNAF videos, and I've just been like stuck in this debate here of like, are they too colorful? Is it not like FNAF enough? Say that 10 times fast. That like I do such like intense neons and stuff. I'm not counting Puppet though. The way I do the Puppet cosplay is like dark as heck, but you know what I mean, right? Mangle's still, I know Mangle's just is like always just chilling back here. I think until Glamrock Chica is done and this mess is cleaned up, Mangle's is just like, actually speaking of which, I just shared a Mangle Shorts video literally like 5 minutes before the stream started, so yeah. Hi, Dolly Choo. Welcome, welcome. Extra pretty today. Aw, thank you. Happy anniversary. Yeah, that's right. I almost forgot to mention. So by total coincidence, today is the 2-year anniversary of the channel. And I say that just like I say coincidence because like I didn't actually schedule it so I'd be building like a celebratory looking gift box on the day of the anniversary. Like I didn't do that on purpose. And it was like hours after I had shared that first community tab, or I think it was the only community tab post where I like mentioned, you know, that I was doing this live stream and stuff. It was like hours later, I was like, wait a minute. Isn't the 19th the 2-year anniversary of the channel? And then, yeah, sure enough, like after midnight, YouTube like gave me one of those like celebratory, like happy 2-year little card animation things or something. And I was like, hey. So yeah, I guess I'm glad that the anniversary happened to fall on a live stream day. I suppose if I had remembered sooner that this was the 2-year anniversary, I might have like done something a little bit more specific today. But I kind of like that it just accidentally ended up being like a build a celebratory gift box looking type thing live stream on the 2-year anniversary. Yeah, can you believe though, 2 years? It doesn't feel like 2 years. I don't know if it's just me, but like, I think it's just because like the first year on this channel was like a bit slower, you know? It wasn't until like this past year that things like I started really like stepping it up with this channel and like it just became like way more active. I started especially like live streaming a lot more than I did in that first year. So I don't know, it's just, it doesn't feel like, it feels like this should be like the 1-year anniversary, but like it's actually the 2-year anniversary. It's crazy. So sorry, I'm just trying to fix the lighting in here. I just have this one ring light and stuff. Supposedly, we're gonna get the ceiling lights fixed soon. Supposedly. So sorry, I keep missing stuff. Oh, is my dad here? Wait, did I miss it? It's always when I look away, right? Oh, I missed so many people. I'm so sorry. Hi, Bathy. Hi, Purple Heart. Hello, everyone. What am I doing today? Yeah, I'll pull out the previous box just to give you all an idea of like where we're going with this today. I can't believe I missed my dad though. I didn't even see. He must have shown up like right at the beginning and I like totally missed it. Well, hi, Dad. Oh, yeah, I see it. Hi, Dad. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, y'all. I like totally missed that. Oh my gosh. It's hard. It's hard to keep up with the chat. Oh no, it's gonna be another one of these. I said this in the last stream too. Like I start the streams immediately messing up my words. That doesn't bode well. Beautiful. Oh, thank you, Nick. Thank you, thank you. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Alex. Realize the irony, yeah. Hi, Critical Mode Gaming. Yeah, hi everybody. Hello, hello. Did I miss anything? No, we literally just started. Literally a second ago. Trolls are out full stop today. Oh, isn't it always like this? Hi, Demon. We went over this last time, right? Demon. Was it Shinobi or Shinobu? I just rewatched that stream. I should know this. My short-term memory is garbage. If you hadn't noticed. Thank you so much, Paul Brown. Happy anniversary. Yeah, thank you, Tori. Dear anniversary. Yeah, for anyone who just showed up, like, it just so happens, today is the 2-year anniversary of the channel. I just shared a Mangle Shorts video, actually, and I believe in the title caption thing I mentioned it. Yeah, I didn't remember that today was the 2-year anniversary until after I had made the community tab post about this live stream, so that was my bad. It was like hours later that I was like, wait. But yeah, maybe I'll share like a, another community tab post showing like the thing like YouTube like sent me this little like congratulations on 2 years thing. Is very cute. I'm sure they do that for everyone. I'm not special. It's just like it was exciting to see that. So yeah, it is hard to believe that it has been 2 years on this channel. Kind of blows my mind. So yeah. Oh, hi, Mom. Welcome to the stream. Okay, both my parents are here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, as it turns out, what we're doing today, again, by total coincidence, it wasn't because today's the anniversary, because I forgot until later that it was. But yeah, we are going to be building a new gift box for my puppet cosplay. That's why I decided to like, I'm not cosplaying the puppet today because I don't want to ruin the cosplay by like doing arts and crafts while I'm wearing it. But I was like, well, at least like kind of get the puppet vibes going here, right? But yeah, the reason I wanted to make another one, let me pull out the original one that I had because it's just sitting like right over here. And it is quite large, so apologies, although the new one should be even bigger. This is the original one. Sorry, let me like move the camera around a bit so you all can see like what I'm talking about. This is the puppet box that I had for the cosplay before. And it's, you know, it's like human sized, you know, so that you can like stand in it and make video content with it. The problem with this one, it was sort of like a, this is the best I can do situation at the beginning, because this box is extremely flimsy. This part here, you see how it like, it bends? It was like that from the start, like this thing caved in, like before I even decorated or anything, but it was just like, it was the biggest box around here that I could get my hands on. So yeah, it's super flimsy, and it's not super big. And the other thing is, I didn't even realize that this was something I'd want until I found another box, but you know, it doesn't have any like flaps on the top. Like I know a gift box would actually more likely have like a single lid on it, you know, but I kind of like the Jack in the Box potential of this having flaps on it. You know, you'd be like, wow. So yeah, plus I just did like a very messy job with this one. I mean, I'm gonna be real, the one that I make today is going to be just as bad. Like, if anyone came here hoping to see like super professional arts and crafts, I'm not that person. It's gonna be another just like everything I got here for is from the dollar store. And yeah, I'm not gonna like try that hard to, you know, do a good job with the wrapping paper and everything. The reason being that there just isn't a point. This thing is kind of meant to be roughed up, you know? Like I film content in it where I'm constantly like grabbing it and like moving it around. Like it's gonna get pretty trashed after a few filming sessions, so there's no reason to like waste time trying to make like a perfect, pristine gift box. Half of it's usually not even on screen anyway. But yeah, this one here, I'm gonna like, after the stream, I'm just gonna, well, assuming the new box works, like I'm keeping this one in case today doesn't go well and we don't end up with a new box, but like, assuming that I have a new box, this one's just gonna get like, you know, torn up and cut down for parts and stuff. So yeah, this is just, I can kind of like keep it over here as like the the example box, you know, of what we'll be dealing with. And so the new box, I can pull it over here. It's still a little bit flimsy, but definitely better than what we had before. So scooch this back so y'all can see. This is the new one. It's a little bit taller, thankfully. And as you can see, it's got the flaps. It's a little bit sturdier. So yeah, I think this will work a lot better. And the nice thing too is that like the first one, it folds down, so I can like slip it under my bed, you know, for storage purposes. So yeah, this is the new box that we'll be working with. And then as far as supplies go, also sorry, I know I'm missing so much of the chat here. Happy anniversary. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, sorry, I failed to tell anyone. That was my bad. I completely forgot until the last minute. Because I knew it was the 19th and had made like a mental note. And then of course, just like, it just fled my brain completely because it's me. Fell in love with the puppet after finding out backstory. Yeah, Puppet has a sad story. I always come back. Almost forgot about this live. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it shouldn't be a super long live. Like I said, I'm not going to do like a super professional job here. We just need to have like a functioning box by the end, and it's good enough. Hi, Michael Afton. This one big box, yeah. Yeah, this one, it's a little bit taller than the first one. And the flaps especially make it seem a lot bigger. To be honest, I would have loved an even taller box. As it is, I have to prop this one up on like little containers, or else it really doesn't work out super well in like filming angles. I tested it already. The problem is any of the taller boxes that we had, because here's the thing, my roommates actually did know that I was looking to make a new puppet box, so they were just like collecting giant boxes. We had a couple that were taller than this one and even sturdier, but a lot of them were very narrow, and the problem is I have to crouch in these. And so if a box is like too narrow, then it's like there's nowhere for your knees and stuff to go. So yeah, this was like the best amongst them, I guess, that I found that I could work with. I don't even actually know what the box was for originally. It says Sterilite. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that company is. I have no clue. I don't know. But yeah, I think this, hopefully we'll have a better result today. Hi, Muckman. Hello. Oh, FNAF won't open like a Jack in the Box. I think so, yeah. I had pulled up like some reference pics, and like it was kind of hard to tell because it just seemed like every depiction of it was a little different. But I think that was like the vibe I was getting. Did you just find, thank you, Robert. Eating pizza. Well, that's very on theme then. Planning on padding it, make it more stable. I've been trying to decide how to make it more stable because the way that it sits on top of other boxes reduces the stability. So I don't know, I'm kind of hoping as we start like wrapping it up, I might be able to like using tape and stuff secure like the edges a bit better so that it doesn't like shake so much. But the only thing is like I can't do that too much because it does have to fold down. Like if I can't like slip it under my bed or something, then I don't know where I'm gonna put this thing. Like you know, it takes up a lot of space. So yeah, I'll try to get it as like sturdy as I can. I was considering putting poster board on the inside. But yeah, I haven't like gone for it yet because the dollar store across the street from me actually does have like $1 poster board. It's usually in terrible shape. People don't treat items with kindness at that store. But it could possibly work out. So if it comes to that, I will do that. Another ghost energy, yeah. I went with blue because the puppet box is blue. Speaking of which, yeah, as far as the materials that I have for today, I got a couple of these. Again, all of this is from the dollar store. This is the wrapping paper that I found. It is, if you can kind of see in the comparison here, it's a bit more green than this one was. Like this, like, I mean, the original puppet box is kind of like a bluish green teal sort of color, but I think it's a little more blue than green, which is like, that's what this was. The dollar store didn't really have any more of this wrapping paper. Like that place it just has whatever it has, you know, you can't really be picky at the dollar store. But they had a bunch of these, I assume because it's like Easter. That was the vibe I was getting. I was like, these are Easter colors, right? So yeah, it's a little more green than I would have liked, but it might not be a bad thing. I do think this color is gonna look really nice on camera. It's very like bright for like very dark videos. So yeah, this is the wrapping paper we'll be using. I hope it's enough. Again, it's the dollar store. There's probably a lot less here than you think. They try to make sure that everything is as cheap as possible. The other change that I made is, so you know how I said the dollar store has poster board? Well, for example, with the original box, this is actually poster board. This was one of the purple poster board pieces they had there. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't love it. I think it looks weird. It's too stiff compared to like the paper, and it's got these like white kind of edges, and it just, I don't know. I don't love it. So it just so happened they didn't have this last time, but this time they did have a roll of purple wrapping paper. I don't know if somebody had already kind of poached some of this. It had been removed from the plastic when I found it. It was the only one they had though, so I just had to grab it. But yeah, someone had taken this out of the packaging, and it's like, again, it's the dollar store. What do you expect? It doesn't look to me like anyone took anything from it. I don't see any cuts in it, but yeah, which makes me wonder, like, why did someone take it out of the plastic? Like, what was the goal there? I don't know. But yeah, I brought it up to the counter and was like, this one's missing the scan code. And the lady was just like, whatever. She's like, I don't have time for you. So yeah, I'm hoping this will work a little bit better than the poster board did. I also have some, just like for fun, we've got some like ribbon and this like giant gift bow. Like I said, it's funny that this ended up being the stream I did on the 2-year anniversary of the channel. I swear I didn't do it on purpose. But yeah, for the first puppet box for this one, I didn't bother with like a bow and stuff because, again, it didn't have the flaps on top, so I just didn't think there was any point. But this new one does have a top, so I figured we can be a little extra celebratory with it. So yeah, those are the materials. Trying to think of the best way to tackle this. This is one of those things where like being super precise is not really like worth it. Most of these measurements and things are not as specific as you'd think. This is all very just like shoddily done. Even like here on the top, there was actually extra flaps that I cut off. So this whole top area is like, is rough, it's real rough. So yeah, the goal today is to just get a box that's like, looks nice enough for videos, and that's it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I mean, if anything, it shouldn't be. I mean, we're talking about like, you know, pizzerias that have been out of business and run down and stuff. Things should look kind of rough, so I think it's fine. Hi, Foxa. Also, Fox, I think you were the one, I was just watching back. I was super behind on watching the streams back, and I think you were the one who was asking in the Valentine's Day stream about the frog in the kitchen. Was that you? I somehow missed every time that it got brought up in the chat. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, I think the frog is, it holds like spatulas and stuff. I don't know if there was any sticking out of it that day. I don't know the origin of the frog. It's one of those things where like one day it just appeared in the kitchen and I was like, we have like a ceramic frog on the counter now. Okay. So I assume one of my roommates, I think I know which one it probably was, put that frog there. It doesn't have a name or anything, but we probably should give it a name one of these days. But yeah, it's like kind of hollow on the top, so there's like, you can put like spatulas and whisks and stuff in there. It's basically a frog jar, essentially, but yeah, I was trying to remember to bring that up today because I saw you like asked a bunch in the chat and I was like, oh no, oh. Speaking of animals, hello. Yeah. Where you going, Glenny? Glenn's in here. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the super chat, Dr. Calamari. Another live stream I made it too. Hope everyone is having or had a good day. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. It's so kind of you. Yeah, I'm glad that you made it too. And actually, I don't know if you just got here. It happens that today's also the 2-year anniversary of the channel, so I'm extra glad you made it. I forgot to mention that it was the anniversary prior to the stream, so I'm mentioning it now. So by coincidence, we're making a gift box on the anniversary. What does someone gain from stealing wrapping paper? I know, right? Like that. I'm very curious. Like I wish I could know why this one had been removed from the plastic because I can't figure it out. Yeah, mysterious things happen at the dollar store. It lagged and you had to redo the stream. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen today. If we have Wi-Fi trouble today, I'm gonna be so sad. I got the froggy answer. Okay, good. Yeah, I was pretty sure you were the one who was asking about it. So yeah, I like made a mental note. I was like, don't forget to bring up the frog. Don't forget to bring up the frog. I'm amazed you could see it. Like the frog was so tiny in the background. Oh, Glenn. Those of you who have been to a lot of my live streams, you know what he wants, right? It's always the same. Why do you love that closet so much? What is your obsession with that closet? All right, I'll let you in. I know what his obsession is. He likes to sleep in my cosplay stuff. Yeah. Go on. Enjoy yourself. Do whatever it is that cats do. We'll see if the other cat shows up at any point today too. Are you not gonna go in? Why is he just like... Seriously? In case you needed further proof that cats don't even know what they want. What was the point of that? Oh, here comes Sid. Uh-oh. We've got double cats. Hi. Sid, you want to like scooch over here so they can see you? You want to come over here? Here, look, there's ribbons. You know you can't resist. I know I'm playing with fire here. Look at the ribbons. Ooh. Oh, can you see him? He's like right here. Let me try and scooch this. Oh, there he is. No, you're not interested in the ribbons? I find that extremely hard to believe. Really? You're not interested in the ribbons? Okay. You're kind of a weirdo then. I assumed that no cat was immune to that, but all right. You do you, mister. Got both cats right away today. Well, we'll see if they continue to cause mischief. As more activity happens in here, they might. Wouldn't surprise me. Yes, it's just sitting here now with his back to me. Okay. I mean, you can hang out in here. That's fine. Hi, Callie. Welcome to the stream. Happy 2 years. Thank you, Dr. Calamari. The fields of southern Indiana. Yeah, no, I have driven through those fields many times. Question about the FNAF 2 movie? Did I miss a question? Seen the FNAF 2 movie? Did they do the puppet justice in the movie? Yeah, the puppet was actually, I mean, I'm not spoiling anything about the movie if anyone hasn't seen it here. I'm just giving like an overall impression. I actually thought the puppet was one of the best parts of the movie. I thought they did a really good job. The puppet was like actually scary, which surprised me, because I feel like the FNAF movies can be kind of silly, even though it's horror content. But they actually managed to make the puppet like genuinely scary, which as someone who loves horror, I appreciated that. But yeah, I thought they actually did a really good job with the puppet. Hi, Cassie. I don't think cats care about finding a place to sit. It's true. It's true. An eye for details. That's probably why the frog took my attention. Yeah, I was so surprised because the frog was like this big in the background of the stream. I was like, how did you notice that? So, puppet was the scariest part. I know, right? Because I remember like we actually saw the movie together. Those of you who don't know, like Andrew's a friend of mine, IRL. And yeah, like right after the movie, we were like, the puppet was like actually scary, wasn't it? Like, we're not crazy. You thought that was scary too? Like the puppet was actually like, ah. So yeah, we might as well try to get started here. I'll admit I don't fully have a game plan here of how to do this. Like, y'all know me. Sometimes I show up to these streams and I'm just like, let's see what happens. Cause yeah, I made this first box a while back, and like I said, I didn't make it well, so it's not like I plan on fully replicating what I did the first time because it was like whatever. So yeah, I'm trying to think of the best way to go about this. So the first thing to note with this box is it does have a front and a back for filming purposes, because again, if we want to do a Jack in the Box kind of thing, then the flaps should face out, right? If they face from the front, it would just look kind of weird. Like you'd have like a flap like flying at the camera and stuff, and it would just be straight. It just wouldn't be like aesthetically pleasing. So it doesn't matter like which side here is like front or back, but yeah, the flap should definitely be like horizontal. And I did test some of this. I was like messing around with this box for a few hours. So here, so yeah, I think this will be like, these are the sides. This can be like the front. So yeah, I think probably, oh, and I should also mention like, so there's nothing on the bottom here. It's open so that it can fold down and stuff. And that should make this a lot easier because we can just wrap like kind of around if we need to. I think no matter how I tackle this, there will be like kind of weird edges with tape and stuff. Like it's not going to be like neat and tidy like an actual gift box, but again, it's FNAF. I don't think things should be that polished and tidy. That's not really the vibe anyway, so. Wish I could have ordered sushi for the 2-year anniversary. Last money. No, it was the same for me. I actually went to the grocery store and I was like, oh, it's the 2-year anniversary of my channel. I should like celebrate a little. Maybe I'll get like a cupcake and some sushi or something. And then I saw the prices on the sushi and I was like, maybe not. Maybe not a different day. I did get a cupcake though, but yeah, the sushi, I stared at it for a while and then I was like, nah. So, yeah, let's try to get started here. I guess the first thing we should do, of course, is open one of these. These are at least still in the plastic, unlike that purple one that was suspiciously open when I found it. And like I said, it was the only purple they had. Like, I would have grabbed a not open one if they'd had one, but they didn't, so. But I figure we're not going to use the purple one as much, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Like, it basically is just for, like, the strips, you know, on the box. And I was also debating, like, if there's enough purple left, I do wonder if, like, lining the inside of the box might look good. I actually originally thought about painting the inside of it black, and then I was like, I don't think it's worth the effort. I hate to say it, like, this isn't, like, that kind of project where I'm gonna, like, care about waiting for paint to dry and stuff. This thing just has to be good enough for like video prop purposes. So yeah, this is the color we'll be going with. It is a nice color, I will say. Like, yeah, it's not quite as blue as the first box, but like, I don't know, I've always been fond of this kind of like seafoam shade of color. Work is calling. I'll watch the VOD when I can. Bye everyone, stay quirky. Yeah, no worries, Dr. Calamari. Thanks for dropping by for a bit. And yeah, of course, as always, the VOD will stay up afterwards. Hi, FNAF Creepypasta. I don't really watch movies, but I've seen clips of the marionette. They did a pretty good job. Yeah, like, there was a couple scenes with it where I was like, that's kind of iconic. When Ghost Flavor, yeah, the blue raspberry one's so good. Sushi sounds good. I know. Part of me is like, ugh, I should have just gotten it because it was like a celebratory day. I should have just done it, but those prices, man, I couldn't like get past that mentally. It's too much. Outfit and makeup makes her look just like the puppet. Yes, that was on purpose. We're making a puppet box today. At least inside the flaps. Yeah, because like the way I did it with the first box is I just used like the same blue, and I only did it like, this sounds so lazy, I only wrapped the inside where I knew it would be visible in videos. In my defense, I didn't have a lot of wrapping paper, so I was just sort of like making do. But I do kind of think like it might look nice if some of the inside is darker than the outside, like aesthetically. I was looking at like references of the puppet box, and like it was hard to tell. It was like in some of them it seemed like it was just more blue on the inside, and then some of them it was like all shadowy and creepy in there, and I was like, okay, I think in this case we can just do whatever and it'll be fine. But yeah, we'll see how much purple we have left, but like it could look nice to have purple on the inside, so I guess we'll see how easy this outer part goes and kind of just go from there. So let's see. I'm trying to just think of like what's the easiest way to do this. I suppose we could just kind of like tape some of this down and like kind of cut the edges as needed. Like I said, it'll be sloppy, but it doesn't really matter that much. And we can try to do it in a way where like the tape will be as not visible as possible in the end, you know, kind of like hide it in a few areas. And then, yeah, like instead of wrapping this all the way around on the inside, we can just kind of cut the bottom in case we decide to do purple on the inside. So yeah, I think that would just be like the simplest way to do this. Because yeah, we can just kind of like fold these edges, you know, and then just cover it with like more of this. I'm trying to see, like, yeah, it doesn't really matter if I go horizontal or vertical. Like the size is pretty much the same. I just have to make sure that I don't do it so tight that these flaps don't work anymore, because that would sort of defeat the purpose of this. So yeah, I have a few types of tape here. I brought in like scissors. Let's see. Yeah, there's packing tape. There's Scotch tape. I've got a couple rulers. There also should be like a measuring tape thing in here somewhere, but it's kind of buried. I don't know if we'll need it, but just in case, I also grabbed, this is a paper slicer, but I do think like this will probably be useful more for just like the purple strips, I think. So we'll just like set that aside for now. I do have scissors, and I also have, like painter's tape, but I don't really think we would need this. Like, I feel like Scotch tape should be fine. So yeah, let's try to get started, and I will of course move the camera and everything around as needed, because I assume there will be some parts of this where I'm gonna have to like, you know, be standing up and like at weird angles and stuff, and you'll just have to excuse the mess. Like this is what happens when I'm working on a new cosplay. Once Glamrock Chica is done, this disaster should be a lot less than it currently is, but there's just no point in cleaning it up right now because it's just gonna look like this again in 2 days, so. Hi, Random Shipper. Hi, Riker. I knew it. Hi, Nate. Looking fabulous. Aw, thank you, Alfie. Hi, Moonbeam. Oh, all these people suddenly showed up. Hi, everyone. Hi, Stoopy Bear. Hi, Wendy Shumway. Hello, hello. Do I love Batman? I like Batman. I like comic stuff. So, yeah, let's like... I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tape just like this upper edge here, just a little bit, you know? And then, yeah, we'll kind of like fold these sides a bit and then cut at the bottom. The bottom of the box is probably never going to be visible in videos. Anytime that I've tested this out, you can usually see maybe half the box. So if it gets like messy down there, I don't really care. This really is just for video making purposes. This isn't something that goes to conventions or whatever. So yeah, let's grab a little bit of tape here. I will say that I'm infamously terrible though at wrapping things. I used to work in a bookstore, and one of the jobs that we had around the holidays was like wrapping up the books and gifts and what have you. And anytime someone asked me to do that, I felt so bad and would immediately start looking around to see if there was like any other employees, because I knew I was going to do a horrible job despite my best efforts. I don't know why, it's just not a skill that I have. Okay, so there's just a little tape there. Oh, thank you so much for the jewels, Robert. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Trying to make sure y'all can see what I'm doing here. So yeah, just a little bit more tape there. And I'm assuming like this will all be covered with purple probably at the end. So yeah, I don't really care if this like looks sort of messy right now. But yeah, I think it's okay if there's like creases and stuff. It's just not a big deal. I was just trying to like see how it bends and stuff for maximum jack-in-the-box purposes here. How is there already cat hair on this? Are you kidding me? That's incredible. Cats are truly too powerful for this world. Okay, so... Okay, I'm just trying to think like what's the best way to do this. Because yeah, we want to make sure that this still does the flappy thing. The flappy bird. We could like cut the corner there, I suppose, or just like fold it down. But I think that would look a little bit ugly. I want to say on the first box I made, I did actually trim, like I put like little slits in the corners, you know, so that things would bend a bit better. And I don't think that was ever noticeable in videos, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, let's, I'm gonna like lift this. Well, actually, I was thinking I could tuck the the roll like under there, but I think that would actually make this even more chaotic than necessary. This lady's amazing. Oh, thank you, Miss Hazel. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Bear Bear. Can't wrap anything either. I know, right? Like, it's so difficult. I don't know. Like, I know there's like a whole technique to like folding in the corners and stuff. Like, I technically know how to do that stuff, but like, I don't know. It's just not a skill of mine to make it look neat and tidy. I don't see any building. I'm sorry, the stream has already disappointed you. Okay, I need to like move some Glamrock Cheek out of the way here. Girl, scooch. Alrighty, so I'm gonna roll this out a little bit farther than we need. And then just like cut along the bottom here. And this is when things are gonna start to get sloppy because like we are like immediately losing any nice edges that we've got. There is like a grid inside here that I can use, but even following that, I usually do a terrible job. I think I'll just like cut here. Oh yeah, that glide. Just a little bit more. It's always so satisfying when you get that glide going. Okay, there we go. Got a new shirt, my dog's hair's already on it. I know, right? How do these animals manage it? Okay, so let's tuck this bottom part underneath just for the moment, like that. So we have like a bit of a smoother side here. Am I always on live stream? I'm actually not though. I only stream like 3 times a week, which is like less than half of the week. Hi, Funtime Jake. Hi, Harriet. Just watched the first time the puppet shows. Yeah, I should also mention, if today goes well, of course, part of the plan would be that this puppet box can get used to make content. So, again, assuming this works out, I'm probably going to do a puppet get ready with me on Sunday. That would be like the full fruition of the plan. Okay, so we've got one side here. So I'm just trying to think if I should like kind of start tucking these in. So yeah, it's like I can tuck. Do y'all see what I do there? This is my old bookstore self coming through. Yeah, I can kind of like fold that down. We'll end up with like these like kind of wrinkly edges, but the thing is we're going to be putting another thing across the front here that's probably going to like hide most of that, but it also just doesn't matter. Like if I'm going to be like throwing this flap open and closed constantly, like it's going to like start to look bad over time no matter what, so it's like meh. So let's like tape that down at these edges here. And one here. Okay, and then yeah, if I have to like cut that spot, I will. But let's just like leave it for now. Again, I'm just checking to make sure it still does what it needs to do. So yeah, and then I'm gonna tape the front here. And I might have to stand up pretty soon to tackle the other side in a way where y'all can still see it. I assumed that a lot of this stream would involve me standing up and stuff. I just started on the floor because that's where all the materials were, and I was like, okay. Just trying to like smooth it out as much as I can, even though, like I said, I don't really care that much. Really just doing some taping over here now. This paper's so noisy too. I'm actually kind of amazed that the cats aren't like more interested in this. All this like paper noise must be driving them nuts. Oh, thank you so much for the jewels. User always. I don't want to read the rest of it, but thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hopefully the Scotch tape will stick well. We'll see. I feel like tapes are weirdly unreliable on cardboard. It's very strange, especially considering that cardboard is so often used for packing things that really, really need to be sealed, but... Marinette, yeah. Sorry, I'm like, that's okay, Billy Bob. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Verna Lang. How's everyone today? I'm doing all right. How you doing? Also, for anyone who just got here, today is the 2-year anniversary of this channel, so... I swear it's a coincidence that I'm building a giant marionette gift box today. It just happened that way, but I think that's pretty fun and adorable. So, okay, I folded the bottom down here at the corner, same way that I did up here, just to kind of secure it. We'll probably have to also flip this box upside down a few times. So I'm gonna rotate this so that we can tackle the other side now. And I'll also mention that even though I declared that that side was like the front, my usual technique is once something is done, the front is actually the part that turned out the best. So if this other side ends up looking better, that can be the front. All right, so the side's a bit longer, but that's okay. I think it should still work just the same, but if we have to trim it, like, we can, but I don't think it really matters. Okay, just kind of pull that taut. Yeah, it's super helpful that the bottom of this is open. Which, by the way, I did that. It wasn't like originally open. I just well, here's the thing. Like, so those of you who have been to my Puppet Get Ready With Me streams, I realized that I'm stupid. I mean, we knew that, but y'all know how, like, one of the issues was like, how do I get inside of a giant box that's so tall without, you know, breaking everything while in cosplay? I don't know why it didn't occur to me sooner. Like, just put it over your head. Duh. So, yeah, that's another reason I cut the bottom of this out. I can just lift the box over myself. I don't know why I thought I had to climb into it. It seems so obvious in hindsight. It's not even like this thing's heavy, you know? Should have occurred to me sooner, but here we are. Okay, I probably am gonna cut like that area there. Let me just tape this up. See what I'm doing here. But yeah, this box is actually, it's a little bit taller even than the first one was. So I especially have to pull it over my head if I want to have any hope of climbing inside. It's not even that I can't, like, I can, but I don't think it's safe. You know, like when you're in a cosplay, you've got like contact lenses on and like weird stuff, especially with my puppet cosplay, I'm, like, my fingers have like their claws and everything. Like, yeah, I felt very foolish. I was like, girl, just pull the box over your head. Hello. Is this a puppet cosplay? Not technically yet. I have a puppet cosplay. And the cosplay has had a gift box that I use for filming, but this one's very flimsy, so we're actually building a new one today for my puppet cosplay, which, yeah, if this goes well today, I would very much like to do a Get Ready With Me with Puppet on Sunday. I mean, we did one fairly recently, but Puppet's my newest cosplay, so I do think it's good to like keep getting new content and stuff with it. Hi, Sproutswin. Sorry I missed a few. That's okay. No worries, Yunchai. She's a great cosplayer. Aw, thank you. You're very sweet. Hi, Steve Bishop. Yeah, for anyone who just got here, we are building a new human-sized gift box for my puppet cosplay. A silly task, I know. So yeah, I'm gonna trim, sorry, just make sure y'all can actually see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna trim this inner side here so that we can like fold the flap a little bit better. There, see, now we can like, because that's the important thing, is we do not want to lose the ability to do this or else it'll lose its spooky qualities that we want. So a little bit of tape there. I hope I have enough tape for today. We'll move on to the packing tape if I have to. And then, yeah, a little bit on this side here, on the inner area. And then I'm gonna rotate this back around again, because yeah, that other side I think needs to be, I think I need to trim that side too. But yeah, see, we've got a papered side here. And frankly, I think this already looks a little neater than the first one did. That first box was kind of a mess. But in my defense, it was my first try. I've learned a few things since then, so hopefully this will look a lot nicer. So yeah, let's cut that there. I think that'll look a lot better. Like that. Yeah, that'll ensure that this thing can still open and close. Yeah, perfect. Messy, but perfect because it's functional, which is the part we actually care about. Okay. And then yeah, I'm just gonna tape that down. Make sure it's nice and secured. All right. We have ourselves one side here. Yeah, I do think this would look nice if at the very least this was purple, if not the entire inside. I think a darker shade would just be more like aesthetically pleasing. Okay, so now that we've done that side, let's do the other side. So we just have to repeat what we did over there. And then, yeah, we'll do the front and the back, and hopefully, like, the way that those, like, fold over these side parts, it'll kind of cover up some of the tape a little bit, but I don't really care if there's, like, visible tape and stuff. Frankly, I don't even think that that stuff would show up in the videos, really. Things get drowned out by ring lights quite a bit. Hi, Tana. Hi, Goku. Hi, Jet Builder. Hello, hello. Hi, Zaro on pause. Hi, hi. I just make me feel like I'm back in preschool doing arts and crafts. Well, I come by it honestly. I mean, a lot of what I do is kind of just silly arts and crafts, but I don't know. You're never too old to do arts and crafts, in my opinion. And that's like what makes a lot of cosplay stuff fun too, is just like getting to make things. The joy of making things. So yeah, just like we did on the other side, we're just gonna tape that really quick. Just kind of let it hang there like a curtain. I can't believe the cats aren't in here. Tell me this doesn't look like the perfect little like cat hideaway or something. They would love this, but they both abandoned me. Where did I put the tape? Oh, there it is. Sitting in the mangle arms. Oh, you have COVID, Tenna? Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that, because I have 3 roommates. Yeah, we had that same issue here a couple times with, like, the roommates and COVID situation. Our biggest fear was, like, the fact that we have cats here, so it was, like, if like, one person pets the cats, then other people pet the cats, then you're just, like, transferring disease all over the place, so we were like, oh, God. So we had to, like, lock the cats out of rooms and stuff. Aesthetic, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's just like our little top lip there. Hi, Super Obama. That's a funny name. Sorry. Hi, Sleepy Soft. Sorry, I'm still laughing at Super Obama. Okay, so yeah, there's our top lid. Close that up. And then we'll have to like slice the bottom part again like we did before. So hopefully I'll have enough wrapping paper, but yeah, the nice thing is like with that first box, the blue wrapping paper I had, that was all they had at the store. So I had to be like very careful with what I did, whereas they had a ton of this at the store this time. I really think it's because of Easter. This color is making me think like they were preparing for like Easter stuff. So yeah, I feel like I don't have to be as concerned about how much paper I'm using, especially because I'm pretty sure, just based on what I saw when I was there last time, like if we needed more than this, I could just go get more. It didn't look like they were at risk of running out. Unlike the purple. We got to be careful with the purple because this was all they had. And someone had already tampered with it for some reason, so we can't like waste the purple. It's a pretty, oh, thank you, Sproutsman. It's a really pretty color. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I hope no one complains that it's like a little more green than the previous box. I don't know, when I pulled up like references of the puppet box, like it's definitely like, it's blue, but like depending on the image, in some of them it did have like that teal tone. So I think that this will look nice, even if it's a little bit more green than I might have like initially gone for. I think it'll look nice on camera. This kind of like bright color. There's cat hair all over the inside of this. It's crazy. I think about here should be good. So yeah, there's like little grid lines on the inside here that you can use like as like guidelines. I don't care if anything is perfect, but this at least keeps me from like accidentally doing a huge diagonal without noticing. Oh yeah. Almost made it to the end with that glide. Darn it. That's okay. You always try to see how far you can get that glide to go, you know? Feels like doing like a combo in a video game or something. Okay, so there's that part. So once again, I'm gonna tuck that underneath the box so that we can get like a straighter side here. This is such a like hilariously silly task though. I fully acknowledge that. But isn't that what makes this kind of thing fun? Just doing something totally silly and ridiculous. Like building a giant gift box for you yourself to climb into. Life's too short to worry about being silly. Okay. So, rotate that around. And then yeah, we're gonna like fold those corners down again. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the Jules, Brendan Mesa. Did I read that right? Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, sorry, I missed some people here. Hi, Ambergay. Hello. Hi, Gabrielle Miller. Saw a few of your shorts. You're really kind and creative. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if anyone saw, I did share a Mangle short right before the stream. I know I'd been sharing a bunch of like Danganronpa content, and like I feel like people only tolerate that for a certain amount of time, and then they're like, please share more FNAF content. So I was like, don't worry, I got you. I got some Mangle content that was sitting in the wings there. So we have a Mangle video for today. Okay, so let's fold this. Yeah, we'll like kind of do like the flap again like we did before, but yeah, I think I'll have to like kind of cut that this inner edge here. It's just a little bit too much material. But yeah, the thing too is like when I cut the tops and stuff off of these boxes, like I didn't even do a very neat and tidy job, so it's like worrying about like perfect straight edges and stuff is not gonna happen. I hacked at this box with scissors, you know, like it's never going to be perfect, and I don't care if it is, as long as it's functional. Yeah, let's trim that inner part there to make this easier. Just so I can see a little bit better. I'll move the camera in a moment, sorry. just want to make sure that I'm like cutting in a good spot here. Yeah, this is one of those like super uneven areas. Let's see if that helps. Yeah. Okay. I think that should be better. So we can kind of tape this inner part there, see? Yeah. Trim that even more. Jeez. These angles are crazy. Like that. Okay. Yeah, we'll just kind of like fold that over for the moment. We can like cut some of this extra material later if we have to. The important thing right now is just to make sure everything's like held in place. Okay. So yeah, still got our little little flappy parts. Alright, and then I'm just smoothing out this bottom corner so we can tape these sides right here. I feel like this is going to look really cute though in the end. I do like this color. I think this is going to look a lot nicer than the box I had before. Like the box I had before was like good enough for like some videos, but I could tell from like the very first filming session, I was like, I don't think that this thing is gonna have a lot of longevity, shall we say. It's not long for this world. Playing Tears of the Kingdom. We really find new ways to suck at the game as time as me. That's such a mood. Oh my gosh. Anytime I play video games, I have that same thought of like, I'm finding new and incredible ways to be the worst at this. Fluffy Clown, so pretty. Oh, thank you so much, Fluffy Clown. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Hunting Squad. You're gorgeous. Aw, thank you so much. You famously send me money. I am definitely not famous. I didn't even get sushi today for the 2-year anniversary of this channel because it was too expensive. ASMR channel. Yeah, I know. Hopefully these noises are not too annoying. I was a little worried about that with the stream. I was like, I hope like, I like the idea of an arts and crafts stream, but I was like, I hope it doesn't equal tons of awful, awful sounds though, because that's no good. The point of a stream like this isn't to annoy people. It's just to like have fun doing something unique, you know? Pinhead cosplay? That sounds pretty fun. Any pointers? Oh gosh, I don't know. Pinhead would be pretty tricky. There's got to be some groups online who would have pointers for something like that, because I've seen a lot of cosplays just from like that franchise in general. I bet there's some people who like could give you some pretty easy methods for like getting the pins and stuff to happen. I wonder if like, I feel like you probably need a bald cap for that cosplay. Yeah, I think probably, yeah. Can I ask where you got your outfit? Oh, I have no clue. This outfit is like thrown together by just all kinds of random bits and bobs. Part of it's just my puppet cosplay. Okay. I'll do a better job taping the bottom later. I'm just, like I said, securing things in place for now. This corner's still kind of gunky. Make sure it can still, you know. Probably okay. If it looks messy, that's fine. All right, let's rotate again. Oh, geez. The box has snagged a Chica earring. Oops. That that can just hang out over there. My bad. People just living their lives. Bury that. And people should be allowed to live their lives. Okay, I'm gonna trim that inner edge again. Hold on, let me just like kind of get this folded down and out of the way more or less. Turn this so you can see what I'm doing. If I even can. It's like this part over here. Where'd I put the scissors? I keep losing track of these things. Ah. So yeah, I'm just like, once again, just cutting that part there so that we can fold things a little bit easier. This thing's gonna be so messy. But in my defense, I never said it wasn't going to be. All I said was I was building a puppet box today. I didn't say I was building a good puppet box, because the first one wasn't even good. Okay. And just that bottom edge there. Okay, good. A little tape got into the crease, but it doesn't seem like it affected the ability for it to do that. The most important part. Although we'll see. I still don't really know how well I'll be able to use this like a jack-in-the-box while in the cosplay. Because at the end of the day, we're still dealing with like complicated fingers, for one thing. And we are also dealing with makeup, you know, like the white face paint and stuff. And crouching down inside of a box could turn that into a mess real quick. I have a mask on and everything. Like, there's not a lot of room in there, is what I'm saying. So, I don't know. It's either going to come down to me having to practice a lot to even get a single video to work, or it might be a case where, like, I can't totally close the flaps, but I can like partially do it, you know, just enough to get the video effect to work. Because y'all also have to remember, whenever I do these kinds of videos, where I'm like filming like puppet shorts and stuff like that, I only have a maximum of 10 seconds at the beginning. So a lot of times, like, I have to remove like the entire claw so that I can use the phone to set up the timer, and then get it back on while wearing all the claws on the other hand, so I can barely do it. And I'd still have to like be able to crouch down and like get the flaps closed and not fall over, like all of that in like 10 seconds. It's, we'll see. We'll see how doable that is. It's gonna be kind of iffy. But if a day comes where I come across an even bigger box than this one, I will absolutely make a third puppet box. If I find a box that has like maximum like jack-in-the-box potential, I'm so down. Because like the thing is, it's not like this is hard to make if you're not like caring about how sloppy it is or anything. Like, this should only take a few hours, you know? So building a third one wouldn't be a big deal if I find like that perfect box. Okay, so we have the sides now. So here's one side. Y'all saw the other side already, and the flaps still work. So now we have to do the front and back parts with the wrapping paper. Hi, Rockstar. So I'm trying to catch up down here. Hello, hi, Christine. Hi. Doesn't seem like a spacious box. No. And if you can believe it, this one's actually a little bigger than the other one was. The other one was even worse. But that's why, like, if you go back and look at any of the puppet videos that I've shared, usually I was like only partially crouched down in there. Like you could still see a lot of me, and I was just kind of like, I'd have my arms over the edge before I stand up. And that's just because like, even if there was more room to crouch down, like it wasn't really worth it. Just because like, like my head, like the top of my head would probably still show and stuff. Like it just, you know, yeah. But I'm hoping that this new box will be a bit more like aesthetically pleasing. So I think what I'm going to do with this one, I think it would be a little more tidy to go sideways this time and just fold over the top and bottom. It's something we can get away with because the bottom is open, and it'll hide some of those like kind of like uglier edges a little bit. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So it does mean like we'll have some tape lines visible on the sides here. But some of that we can probably also cover up with the purple like ribbon around it. And also the sides of the box are not like, you know, like whatever. Like who's gonna really see much of that anyway? So, yeah, I'm just trying to think like, although, okay, I was just trying to decide if, like how to minimize the tape. Because I mean, I could go like a little farther and just have the tape on the sides where no one's gonna see it. It would involve using up a little more wrapping paper, but I don't know if it really matters. Yeah, maybe that's for the best. So we'll use a little bit more then. So we'll take it like, let's see. Ooh, yeah, we're already almost at the end of the roll. That's the dollar store for you. They don't give you much to work with. That's why we have a second roll here. So take it like around. Yep. Actually, in that case, let's just use what's left here. Like whatever. What's the point in trying to measure it? We have what we have, and that's fine. We'll just trim the extras off. So I just want to make sure that there is enough on the bottom, you know, to like fold. Okay. But the bottom really can be like super messy because, yeah, the bottom half of this is like never going to be visible in the videos. Like just with the way the camera angles are and stuff, it's just not going to happen. So, meh. Hi, Gianna. Hello, hello. Laundry dryer box. I don't think I have one. Okay, I'm just kind of guesstimating here. I'm just going to tape like right here-ish. And hopefully that leaves enough on the bottom. I'm not being like super precise here. Looks good. Aw, thank you, Dolly Chew. You're going to do inside the box? Yeah, hopefully like if this all works out at the end of the stream, I can like demo, you know, like how I would do this. So that y'all can at least see like the final like height and everything on this thing. Yeah, because I have like a couple little storage boxes too that I like prop this up on to give it a little more height than it actually has. It's kind of like an illusion. It also just makes filming easier because camera angles are tough. And it's like if the box isn't like high enough up on me, then all you're ever going to see is like just this like, little teeny strip at the bottom of the screen. Very unsatisfying. Hi, Mika. I got it right this time, right? Mika. I was watching the streams back and trying to like remember people's names better because I always mess up the name pronunciations and things. I think you said it was Mika. Makeup is interesting. Oh, thank you, Alexandra. Hi, Golden. You're doing art? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, we're doing like a cosplay prop build today. But it's the kind of prop where it doesn't have to be very neat and tidy or anything. Just the main goal here is functional. Is it functional? So yeah, let's like, all right, I'm gonna tape that side and then we're gonna like trim a little off the top. So I'm just taping like the edge here. I'm gonna put it in a spot where that like purple ribbon, you know, that wraps around the puppet's gift box. I think it'll mostly go over this tape, but like I said, I don't like actually care. Like the sides of the box are probably never gonna be seen particularly in videos. So let me just like kind of trim a little here. Just to make it like a bit easier to fold down. I'll turn it around in a moment so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I especially want to make sure that this corner here is like unobstructed. Because yeah, anything that can make it so that the flaps don't work is a problem. You want to make sure of that. So yeah, let me tape up these edges here a little bit. Do like one here. So I should, all right, I'm gonna tape a little bit there. I don't think it'll affect the flapping. It's always just risky, you know, when you're like taping at the crease, but it should be, yeah, it should be pretty bendy. And the ink machine. Hey, Esther. Hello, hello. New wave punk rock singer. Yeah? Okay, Kenneth. I know you keep coming back to these streams. Hi, Golden. Hi, Zelly. Prop for creative purposes. Yeah, like I actually have the originals like sitting over here. Sorry, there's not a lot of space in here, unfortunately. But yeah, this is the box I used to use. It was just like a flimsy, terrible thing. We're making a better one now, which I would have done sooner. But I just didn't really have a big enough box really to work with, whereas this new box is big. It's nice and big. And not only is it big, but it's got flaps. I'm very excited about that. Assuming I can get them to work. I still don't actually know. I'm gonna have to like do a lot of test videos to find out. I'm just worried that like the process of like crouching down and stuff is gonna really mess up the makeup. I might have to like learn to really like fold in on myself, you know, without like touching the face. I think the neck makeup is gonna be the biggest issue, because that's always an issue even when I'm not trying to crouch down inside of a giant gift box. So that'll be fun, I'm sure. Okay. Let's take that there really quick. And then yeah, let's like trim this here just a bit. Sorry, it keeps going like off screen. There we go. It's hard to get everything on screen when you're dealing with such a giant prop. Okay. Like that. See how that looks. Tug that over a little. Still might be a little too much. This is why I wasn't concerned though with like doing proper measurements and stuff, because I was like, who cares? It's not that kind of project. Okay, so yeah, let's put that there, like this. Okay, and then yeah, I'm gonna put the next piece a little more centered, just because like most likely that's where the purple ribbon would go, so we can kind of like ribbon over the tape just a bit, like, you know, just to make things look a little more tidy if we can. Like, even if something like this can be messy, there's no reason to be intentionally messy either, you know? Only be messy when it's like you don't want to waste time and stuff, but don't go out of your way to be messy. Okay, I'm just like taping up that bottom edge there. And then I'm just kind of like sneak some tape under here. Awkward. I hope I got aimed right there. I was like just feeling it out. I have no idea if that worked. I'll be able to see once I stand up and actually look inside there, but yeah, so there we go. We have now 3 sides of this thing taken care of. Here's the, yeah. One side here, I still don't know if that'll be the front or the back. Like I said before, it'll just come down to which side looks nicer. The nicer side gets to be the front. I just want to like tape down this little patch right here. It's kind of ugly. Okay. So I might still do like a little bit more taping later, just to like smooth some stuff out, but like right now the main thing is just making sure everything's like held in place, you know. We can like clean it up a bit near the end. So this is the final side now that we have to deal with. Friggin' cheap paper. So yeah, we have to open up another roll now because dollar store stuff doesn't even give you enough to do all 4 sides on this thing. Hi, Violet Scarlet. Nice to see you back. Yeah, you too. Hi, Autumn Cooper. Hey, Tears of Glass. Welcome to the stream. Always future streams. Oh, thank you, Tommy. I'm happy to hear that. Looking good. Thank you, Glamrock. Yeah, hi, Isaiah. Sometime the girl that drew, I am finished and think you'll love it. IDK if I could send images. Oh, no worries. If you're like okay with, like if you're comfortable doing it, you can put it in the community tab on the channel. Or like if you're not comfortable with it being like that public, you can also like, if you post it on your own channel and tag me, I'll definitely see it. Something cool about a big book. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The whole time I was messing around with this thing, I was like, is this how cats feel? Is this why cats get so excited about boxes? Because boxes are more exciting than you'd think once you start messing around with them, you know? Yeah, let's go. We're gonna do the like sideways thing again that we did before. So let's just kind of go like, I'm trying to think how far to take it, like around here-ish. Okay. See if we can get a glide. I don't know, I'm not gonna count on it though. Always wind up hitting a snag at some point. Can't seem to make it quite to the end. Yeah, I mean, this is like the cheapest possible wrapping paper. It's not good quality. It's not destined to glide much. Okay. Set that aside. It's possible this will be the last of the greenish blue paper that we need, because I think we'd be moving on to the purple after this. Theoretically. To do like the inner sides, you know? So yeah, let's just make sure that there's enough to like tuck it in at the bottom here. Okay. And yeah, let's like just trim some of this again. I'll have to trim more on the sides, but just to make things a little bit easier, let's do a quick trim. It doesn't have to be done well, just, again, the name of the game here is functionality. And let's tape that inner part. Oops, my part slipped out there at the bottom. Hi, Time Edits. Okay, so just taping this again. Yes, this thing is always collapsing, but it's supposed to. That's the thing, like, as nice as it would be to have like an even sturdier box, the problem is just that if it's too sturdy, then I can't fold it down to like slip it under my bed and stuff, and then I would just have a gigantic gift box sitting around taking up space that I do not have. So the collapsibility of it is intentional. Okay, so yeah, let's cut those like little corners there. So we can kind of just, yeah, there we go. And a little bit of tape on the back side here, just to hold it in place as secure as possible. You're the coolest. Oh, thank you, Time Edits. 2016 YouTubers that were like 24 hours inside a box. Oh my god. I think I'd lose my mind. It's amazing what people will do for views, isn't it? Okay, yeah, definitely trim this here. Okay. Welcome back, Mason. As you can see, we've made significant progress. Take that in the front there. Because yeah, this should be the last like side of the box. And right there, kind of again like where the ribbon maybe will be. This will be my first time though trying to make the ribbon out of wrapping paper, so like I don't really know how that's gonna go, but we'll figure that out when we get there. The OG box just keeps falling over. I think that thing knows that like its life is coming to an end and it's protesting. It's like, no, don't throw me away. Sorry, other puppet box. You fulfilled your purpose for a while, but just wasn't enough. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't really care about like how tidy the bottom most part of this is. It will never be visible in videos, ever, ever, ever. Even propped up on stilts. I just have to make sure it'll stay put. That's about it. Oh, thank you so much for the jewels, Robert. Thank you, thank you. How does the music box even wind up? I have no idea. Hi, Milan Van Rek. Hello, hello. Hi, Taylor. Okay, so we have all 4 sides now. Yes, they are extremely messy looking, but they are at least like covered. That's the important thing. Frankly, we didn't even have to do the back. I don't even think I did the like paper on the back of the original box. I don't even think I bothered. Because yeah, like the back of the box, like no one's ever going to see that. But yeah, we have all of the sides at least taken care of. Let me just secure a few spots a little bit better. I have a feeling this is going to be the front, even though it has cat hair on it. This is like the neatest, tidiest looking side, I think, of all of them. So we can have that be like the video side of the box. So yeah, we've got that taken care of. So yeah, I think I want to try at least doing purple on the inside. This is definitely a case where it does not have to be neat and tidy, because if anything, I can probably just like drape some of the purple down part way and just sort of like tape it wherever at the bottom, because no one's ever going to see it. Like, you'd be surprised how little of the like interior of the box is actually going to be seen. This is really the most important part, is like just the inside of the flaps. But yeah, I don't think like, let me see, look at like Puppet FNAF gift box, like, oh, actually the inside is purple in this one image. Yeah, it seems like it just depends, like in some of them it's like blue, in some of them it's purple. This one's full of packing peanuts. I'm assuming that was fan art. Yeah, it seems like it just depends, but I think purple would look the nicest from like just a filming visual standpoint. Probably. I'm trying to like picture it before I do anything. Because I mean, we could put more blue, but I don't know. Wouldn't it be like a little nicer to have like a darker, like a shadowy color on the inside? We just have to make sure like we have enough for the ribbons. Like maybe what we should do is cut the ribbon strips out first, because then we can like see how much we have to work with. That might be helpful. Hi, Leland. Maybe on the live's nice, funny, and in the videos cosplaying, she becomes a different person. Oh yeah, I know, it's kind of funny that it's like in most of my videos I'm like, rah, like scary nightmare creature, and then in lives I'm just like, hi. The duality of cosplayer. Love your makeup. Oh, thank you, Leyland. Hi, how do you pronounce that? XXXGR or something? Hello. Hi, Raul. Hello, hello. Hi, Sasa. FNAF Foxy Mango fan. Hi. Yeah, for anyone who just got here, we're building a new giant gift box for my puppet cosplay. I had one already, but it sucked. This one's going to be better. So if you're just like wondering like what in the world going on here, that's what we're doing today. Yeah, so let's I'm actually wondering if I can use, so this was the original box. I don't want to use this poster board again for the ribbon because I didn't really like it. But I am realizing, like, I bet I could use this to measure the size again. Because I feel like this was, like, a decent size for these. Might be easier than, like, fighting with a tape measure. And I'm going to be taking this box apart anyway, so. This will at least give us like a guideline, you know, to work with. R.I.P. old box. You were heading into the garbage anyway. So yeah, here's one strip. These weren't even connected in the back. That's how much the like back of the box doesn't matter. Because I'm sure none of you knew that it wasn't connected back there, because why would you need to know that? So yeah, this was the size that I did before. So I think it would be easiest to just like replicate that with the wrapping paper again. And then yeah, we'll know how much we have to work with. Because it's possible, like just given how little they ever give you with like dollar store wrapping paper, like maybe we won't even have enough to do a whole lot of the inside of the box. Let's see. Okay, I think hold on, I'm gonna look at the puppet box again. Like just a reference really quick, because I do think there is a case to be made. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this like this one here only goes like so far. It's stuck. Yeah. Yeah. This one only goes like. Because I remember thinking like it wasn't as big as I would have liked. So how about? I'm gonna take it to there, I think. How many squares is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 squares. Okay. Because yeah, I did think like in the original box, like I had kind of wished that the purple was like bolder, you know? I didn't feel like you could see it that well. So let's make it bigger. That'll be like our guideline, is we'll do like 5, I think. Because yeah, like looking at the reference pics, it does seem like the ribbon is, it's actually pretty big. This is definitely not going to have very nice edges, but that's okay. Not getting any glide from this one. Maybe that's why someone unwrapped this one and put it back. Because they were like, this one is not up to standard. Okay. So here's our strip. Yeah, I think that size looks pretty good. Since this was our first one and it's kind of the test one, I'm gonna put this one on the back of the box where it's like less visible. I want to preserve this nicer side for a better looking strip. This will just be our experimental one. So we want it to be kind of around the middle-ish. Doesn't have to be perfect, but sorry, flap is in the way. I'm trying so y'all can see what I'm doing. It keeps wanting to like rotate itself. Stubborn. So how about like here-ish? Trying to see if that's around center. It doesn't have to be perfect, especially because like I think if it's slightly higher up, that'll be better in the long run, just for the filming purposes, since like the lower on the box you get, the less likely you are to see anything. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna tape this like, I'm trying to think how to do it in a way where it's like not as visible. I'm gonna tape it like in the front, and then we'll like wrap some more around it, I think. Like it's okay if some tape is showing. I just minimize it wherever possible so that it doesn't look intentionally sloppy. Okay. Socks Game of Beetlejuice 5, yeah. Well, that's the thing with like the puppet's design is like very Tim Burton-esque, which is pretty cool. Now, I don't want to have this be too tight because again, it is important that the box is collapsible for storage purposes. So I have to make sure that there's enough like give that it can still bend and stuff, or else I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. Get this thing out of the way. You go that way. You're being a big nuisance. Okay, so there's this side. It's a little crooked, it's a little diagonal, but I don't really care. Like, again, we're dealing with haunted animatronics in a closed down pizzeria. Like, perfection's not the goal here. Carolyn? Do you mean Coraline? I think the puppet makeup outfit look for building the puppet box was genius. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to like do my actual full-blown puppet cosplay for this, just because like, you know, when I'm dealing with like weird materials and tapes and things, it's like I don't want to risk like messing up my cosplay doing arts and crafts while I'm wearing it. So I just kind of did like a partial, like, I just went for like puppet vibes today, you know. And then hopefully we'll do the actual puppet cosplay on Sunday. Do like a get ready with me. Okay, so let's cut another one. And again, it was 5 squares across. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this stuff does not want to glide at all. Well, that's okay. Oh, wait. Dang it. Ugh, I had such a good glide going and then always hit a snag at some point. Oh, wait, here we go again. Ha. How's that for some ASMR? Alrighty. So here is another strip. So we're just gonna like kind of tape it over like that, you know, and then, you know, we can maybe put the like tape like, yeah, like at an edge or something where it won't be as visible. I think this is the back of the box. I think the other side was the nicer looking side. So yeah, let's like tape it like right around here. We'll just try to get it like lined up as close as possible. Not that it has to be like a perfect optical illusion or anything, but just, you know, enough that it's not super noticeable. Okay, and then we're gonna keep wrapping it this way. So it's going like back over some of that ribbon from before, and then it like keeps going, you know? So yeah, let's tape it like here-ish. Okay, like that. And then, yeah, I was kind of hoping this would be the front of the box, so let's try to make sure that this next strip looks nice. I'd like the front of the box to look at least decent, you know. Where's the scissors? There we go. Hi, Arya. Beautiful girl. Oh, thank you. Moon and Sun cosplay. Yeah, I feel like a day will probably come where I'll do those cosplays. I feel like it's inevitable. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now remember, these are just the horizontal ribbons. We also have to do the vertical ones, but honestly, we could probably just do the vertical one on the front. I don't know. Don't really know if we should bother with the sides, and the back is probably totally unnecessary. I don't think it'll, you know, be visible, so. It's got really jagged. Oh well. Let me cut the rest of this, darn you. There we go. So, here's another strip. So yeah, since I want this to be the front, I'm gonna tape like as far on the sides here as I can, where it's like the least visible. And that way we'll have just like a clean strip in the front with no tape at all. I do think already, though, I like this better than the poster board from before. The poster board was just like, it was too stiff. It looked kind of weird. But I think when I did this the first time, there was no purple wrapping paper at the store. So like I just, you know, did the best I could with what I had. But this time I got lucky that somebody had opened up a thing of purple wrapping paper and then put it back for some reason. Strange, but you know, I was like, I'll take it. Okay. It's not like perfectly lined up there, but that should be all right. As long as it's not too noticeable. And then, yeah, again, I don't want it to be too tight because this thing has to be collapsible for storage purposes. Okay, so that's the front, theoretically. So we just have to do one more strip here to, like, finish it out. And that'll be the full, like, horizontal ribbon. I say ribbon, but I mean, I don't know if that's quite the right word, but, like, that's what they were going for, right? Like, when you wrap, like, a box with, like, a ribbon. I think that's the vibe they wanted. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, geez. That's especially jagged and terrible looking. That's the thing, like this wrapping paper is so cheap and bad that it's kind of hard to make it look nice. Like this stuff doesn't even have like when you feel it in your hands, it doesn't even feel like normal wrapping paper because it's so cheap. Yeah. Oh, now that was a glide. Oh, yes. That's so satisfying. Oh, Tori's here. Hi, Tori. Welcome to the stream. Want to check in for a bit, make sure chat is all good? Oh, no worries. Yeah, we're doing all right here. Thank you for checking in, though. Arm sleeves with fishnets, yeah. Yeah, I technically like grabbed these from my puppet cosplay. It's like, it'll at least get the point across today. Okay, there we go. So those are the full horizontal stripes. Let me just tape up like, so there's like a bottom edge here that's like annoying me. It's having its moments. Yeah, I mean, doesn't it always? Sigh. Okay, there we go. Sorry, that bottom edge there was just kind of like, So yeah, let me just like, I'm gonna just tape up a couple spots just a bit more secured. And then yeah, like hopefully like it won't be too visible. I just don't want the ribbon to like be like sticking off the sides too much. Okay. That's pretty good. Like a full 360 here. This is like the ugly side. That's where we started though. Okay, secure that a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little flappy here too. Okay. I'm kind of hesitant to like seal this down just because it is the front of the box. I hate for it to look ugly, but I'm gonna leave it for now. We'll come back to that. So yeah, for the front of the box though, we definitely want to do the like vertical stripe now to get that like crisscross shape. And I'm just gonna make it be like the exact same size, you know, like the 5 squares across. Where do you put all your cosplay props? In the garage, attic, basement, inner closet. Sadly, I do not have a garage, nor do I have an attic or a basement. I sort of have a closet. Yeah, I kind of just shove things into storage boxes and put them wherever I can find a spot. Some of it's like under my bed, some of it's in the closet. I do think pretty soon I'm not gonna really entirely know what to do with everything. So we'll figure that out when I get there. But I don't have a lot of space, unfortunately, around here. Any of your videos have flashing lights? No, they shouldn't. I'm usually pretty careful about stuff like that. And usually if any of my videos have flashing lights, I put like a CW for content warning, and I'll mention specifically what the warning is. So it'll say like CW flashing lights or something like that. Or sometimes I'll do like CW, like blood and gore, you know, if like I'm worried people will get spooked too much by something. I try to be pretty cautious about that stuff. No, thank you for the jewels, Robert. Thank you. Appreciate that. And we got a box. Yeah, we finally have a mostly figured out box here. Yeah, let's get that vertical stripe down, and then I'm just like debating in my head if I want to bother with like horizontal stripes on the sides or not. The only thing is, it's like compared to the other box I made, this one's like very narrow in the front and long on the sides. So I do kind of feel like, just if we're talking like depth of field, you know, with the camera, I don't know how much the sides are really going to be visible. I don't know. Let's at least like put the strip on the front side, and then I don't know, maybe I'll take a look then at how much purple we even have left, because I only have the one roll and they didn't have more at the store, so we gotta like make do with what we got here. This is probably it. I don't expect the dollar store to be restocking things much. 2, 3, 4, 5. Because yeah, I do want to see if like we at least have enough purple to do some of the interior of the box. I just think that would look nice. Whoop. I started to get a glide. Oh wait, here we go. Dang it. Come on, come on. Ah. Oh, and then it always like curls and ruins it. Okay. So for this part, this should be fairly easy, because all we have to do is just like, you know, tape it on the inside there. So I'm gonna stand up for that, just to make sure I can like see a little bit easier. Here, like, move the camera up a bit. Hold on. Why is this thing so stubborn? Oh, because I tightened it, right? Okay. So, just want to make sure it's like mostly centered. I know it's hard to tell on the camera, but I think it's like, that's about it. Hopefully. It's even harder to tell on the inside. Well, I'm going to tape it down under the assumption that that is the correct spot. Oh my god, the inside of the box is a mess. I definitely have to tape some of that up or I'm going to be tripping on it. Okay. That's down again. So yeah, let's like tuck this under. Try and get it as straight as I can, but it's probably not going to be perfect or anything, but as long as you can like tell what it is, it's fine. Wow, that did like not even work at all. Why must you be like this? Yeah, I don't care how the very bottom of that looks. Like I said, you will never see that in videos. It will never be visible. Okay, so got ourselves a little crisscross there across the front. I guess the only thing that's making me think we maybe should do the sides is, wouldn't the ribbon be visible on the flaps too, right? Like you would have like a strip that would go all the way down. So yeah, maybe we should do that. And then if we don't have enough purple left for the insides, we still have plenty of blue. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like, we can still aesthetically figure out the inside and make it a little tidier. But yeah, I don't know, maybe we should do the more ribbon then. In that case, we might have to, yeah, because it wouldn't be long enough this way. I might have to cut like the other way. There's actually a lot of purple here. Why is there so much purple when there was so little blue? That was kind of weird. Well, the thing is though, like I said, we don't actually care how neat and tidy it is, so I'm just gonna cut strips the way we have been, and I can just tape them part way down. No one's gonna know. I think that would just keep things simpler. Also, I'm definitely keeping these tubes from the wrapping paper, but if you're wondering what I'm gonna use them for, no idea. But that's kind of like the spirit of junkyard cosplay. I keep everything, and eventually it'll find a home in some cosplay at some point. Just don't know what that is yet. Okay, so yeah, let's cut another strip then. Sorry, that's gotta be so noisy. My bad. 2, 3, 4, 5. Because yeah, I don't care if we like have to tape this part way down, because I don't think that the camera angle will ever show that. I'm just worried if I cut the other way across, I'm gonna like accidentally end up kind of using too much of this stuff, and it'll be wasteful, and then we will run out of purple. What a mess. This is what it's like, though, making cosplay stuff. Always a messy disaster. Okay. So there's another strip. So back to FNAF. Who's excited for FNAF 3? Oh, I'm definitely excited for FNAF 3, for sure. Extra details of the gift box? Yeah, like it's off screen right now, but I do have like a gift bow and like some ribbons and stuff that I want to put on one of the flaps. Because I think that'll make it like even funnier when it like flaps open in videos and stuff. Like, sure, it'll end up on the underside of the flap and then most people won't particularly be able to see it, but I don't know. I like the theatrics of it. So yeah, let's like just put this here for now. Is that about halfway? I think so. It doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle, but just, you know, close enough. Now, again, we have to make sure though that nothing is so tight that it can't do what it needs to do. The cat's name is Cuddles. Aww. That's so cute. Do some 3D modeling. Oh, heck yeah. Hello, Marla Velli Gaming. Hello. Creepy spammed a neon creepy Tenna. Oh, heck yeah. See you, Tenna. Spamton is so weirdly fun to draw. Okay, so this only goes part way down. I don't think it'll matter because I don't think much of this will be visible, but we could always like cut a little extra near the end. I just want to like make sure theoretically we have enough to do some of the inside, and then we can like come back to that. But I don't think that part of the box is ever really going to be seen. So let's do the other side. Oh yeah, I should probably secure it a little better than that. A little extra tape. Let me just put it like here. Still works. The other box was like that too, though, where it's got like floppy parts. It's fine. Again, it's meant to be collapsible, so who cares? All right, let's shift to the other side again. Over here. So yeah, once again, we'll do a strip of 5. I mean, it seems like we should have a pretty decent amount of purple left. I don't know why this one, like, I feel like this had more paper than the blue one came with. They should have been the same, but I don't know. I mean, both were just $1. Definitely no glide this time. Okay. Imagine bringing the box to a con. Yeah. I don't know if they'd let this thing in. They'd probably just be like, girl, it's already crowded enough in here. Love the good deals. Yeah, all of this came from the dollar store. Literally all of it. That's how I tend to tackle these kinds of tasks. This kind of like prop that's gonna get like destroyed pretty quickly anyway is really not worth spending more money on than what the dollar store has. Especially because like I strongly suspect that eventually there will be even a third box made. Like this will be like an upgrade from the last one, but like I said earlier in the stream, if an even bigger and better box comes along, I will absolutely make a third one. Because as you can see, like this just takes a few hours. Like this is not like, I'm not building like a cosplay armor here or something. Like we're just making like a silly prop thing for videos. Like it does not have to be done well. Like it's just a quick get her done kind of job. Okay. Do with my girls who are so happy. Aw. Hi, the non-official koala bear. Welcome, welcome. You're just in time. We've got a mostly, we have at least like a puppet box where you can tell what it's meant to be, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Whereas like at the beginning of the stream, it was like, what the heck are you doing? Okay. Yeah, just secure these a little bit better so they're not like flopping all over. Okay. So at least for the moment, that's probably all we need for the purple ribbon. Because like I said, like as far as like finishing this right here, I don't know if we even need to. I wanted to at least make sure we had enough purple to like tackle the inside of the box. Now what I really need to do super quick though is I'm gonna flop this whole thing over because these bottom parts here were like not taped down at all. So I definitely want to do that. Good to know it's still collapsible, as it should be. So yeah, let's secure some of these bottom edges. Like, not even for aesthetic reasons, but just because I will absolutely trip and fall on my face if there's like all this loose stuff here at the bottom. You gotta remember too, like when I'm doing the puppet cosplay for these kinds of like videos, like I'll be in these socks and stuff. Like it's, with like my vision impaired and everything, like it's a huge fall risk. So yeah, I wanna make sure that these bottom areas here will not trip me up horribly. Yeah. Patrick's secret box. just a box, not a big deal type situation. Yes, exactly. It's just a box. With cat hair all over it. Jeez. How do cats manage to do that? I swear. They're just everywhere, like dust clouds. I can already tell some of these areas are like never gonna stay because the box is also gonna get like scooched around, you know, while I'm filming. So it probably won't take long for these like bottom edges to like get torn right back up again, but whatever. Like I've been saying, the point is functionality. The rest, who cares? Oh, thank you so much for the jewels, Robert. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Would staples be better? No, the problem is that, like, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to have a sturdier box, I actually want this thing to be flimsy enough to collapse because I just have no storage space otherwise. I have to slip this thing, like, under the bed because otherwise I don't know where I would even put it. And I also don't, like, really care how permanent this thing is because, yeah, like, the moment a better box comes along. It'll be like that meme, you know, with like the guy with the two ladies, you know, where he's like looking back at her. That'll be me with like a better box. I'm like, oh, hey. So this will be like our upgraded box, yes, but like the final box, not necessarily. Especially if like a taller one comes along, like taller and wider, like so I can fully crouch. This one, the crouching part is iffy. Like, we'll see if I can do it. But I know somewhere out there is an even better box. Okay. Pretty much secured down there. This should be pretty much good enough. Animal hair will somehow find its way to your clothes or something. Yeah, cats just love to put their fur on things. I know, right? And one of my cats sure is fluffy. Okay, so yeah, that's the bottom parts for the most part. Let me just get that little corner right there. Is that a little bit better? Yeah. Okay, now I can flip this back up again. All right, so yeah, we should have enough purple to at least do like some of these inside parts. Yeah, I should secure these more though. So that's the only thing is like if I'm gonna have these flop open during film or not, yeah, during filming, then I gotta make sure that like they actually stay secured. Yeah, as long as the flap works, it's fine. So yeah, we'll have to like kind of tape it like, yeah, like here-ish. Can you still fold? That's all I care about, just make sure you can still fold. Yeah, okay, there we go. So now this part stays like a little bit better. It's not like, you know, bowing out. Okay, gosh, there's literally cat hair all over this thing though. It's incredible. Like how? How? It is truly a marvel of science. So yeah, see how it does like, this is what we're trying to avoid is like, see when I open this flap here, does that? We don't want that because that will be visible in videos. So that's why I was trying to retape up the other side there. So let's do that again on this side. Oh my gosh, there's so much cat hair. I cannot believe that. It's definitely Glenn too. It's like the long cat hair, black hair. Yeah, like Sid's fluffier than he looks, but Glenn is like, Glenn is pure floof. He is eternal. He is everywhere. He is one with everything. Okay, so yeah, just taping that little bend right there. All right, so you can still do what you need to do. Yeah. Okay, yeah, at least now it's like actually staying put, see? So that way we can have it in videos like open and closed. Yeah. Huge shipping boxes. I think this was something like that originally. I don't entirely know what this box was for. One of my roommates found it for me. One of these days you shall find the right box. It is my life's mission. Somewhere out there is the perfect box. You're wearing these arm warmers too right now? Heck yeah. Randomly finding shipping box in the wild is like a Pokemon encounter. Exactly. Hi, Bojangles. What I missed, we're building a giant gift box for my puppet cosplay. And it's actually coming along quite well. Hope Glenn understood doesn't have the box to you. I mean, they're definitely gonna be snooping around it for sure. That I know, because they did that with the first one too. Pretty. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Double-sided tape? I don't think we do, unfortunately. I know. It's one of those things where like we should. I don't know why we don't have any. I mean, it's possible we have some in like one of our crafting type drawers, but I wouldn't even begin to know where to find it. Yeah. I wish we had some. That would be very helpful for this right about now. Yeah. I can always order some and secure some of this though. Yeah. But sadly, no double-sided tape. If I make a third box, like if the day comes where I finally can make an even better box, I will definitely have double-sided tape. Welcome back, Hunting Squad. Oh, hi, your boy Fizz. Sorry, I just saw you there. You're chill, enjoy watching you. Oh, thank you, HQ1480. I'm happy to hear that. Sorry, I missed some stream. No, that's okay. Yeah, we're kind of just doing the like final detail things here. Yeah, let's try to wrap up some purple on the inside of the box just to make it look a little bit nicer. And then we can add like the little gift bows and ribbons and stuff. Yeah, I think I'll have to be standing for this part, probably. So I can just like move a few things here. Let's like lift this up. Also, check out the state of the backdrop. It's awful. I have to redo it again, I think. In fact, I should probably redo it before the Get Ready With Me on Sunday. Yeah, sadly, every few months, I have to redo that backdrop. Like, I've seen people, like, leave comments where they're like, how do you get those balloons to always stay up and everything? And I'm like, I don't. They only survive for a limited amount of time. And then I have to do it again. Okay, scooch this over here. And then I want to put the laptop up here so I can see the chat a little bit easier. Jeez. Oh my gosh, it's chaos. Also, I know the lighting in here is just awful. Just do the best I can. Maybe if I raise the ring light, it'll help a little bit. I don't know. It is what it is. Poor boy on floor is like, I'm gonna figure out a better spot for that thing. Cute, thank you, Sleepy Song. Absolute chaos of the room. Yeah, can you believe it? Oh, there's that Angel Sanctuary. Yeah, wait, no. That's not the poster I was looking for, though. I'm trying to find, because there was a poster I mentioned in another one. I thought it was the Angel Sanctuary one, but no, it wasn't that one. It was... I'm gonna have to hunt around for it. There's a poster I talked about in a different stream, and I thought it was on the closet door, and now I'm realizing that I was thinking of a different one. Darn it. Where's the other poster? Whatever, I'll find it later. Hi, Funk Topic. Went to about 6:30, I got stuck. Oh, that's okay, no worries. We're still not done yet, although we're getting close, actually. Yeah, also, I'm gonna run to the bathroom super quick, because I drank way too much energy drink. And then, yeah, let's, like, just do the final details here, like, get some nice purple here on the inside, get the, like, little ribbons and stuff going. But, yeah, we are in the, like, final stages, so let me just leave the mic behind, of course, and then I will be right back. returned. Put the mic back on. Home stretch, yeah. First shelf? It was on the first shelf? Cause yeah, there's a lot of like really random stuff in here. Also the Junko wig, like you can see I could barely get it to stay up on the shelf now because it's so big. That wig is out of control. How's everyone doing? We're doing all right. How you doing? Hi, Hello Bella Cat. Cosplaying as puppet. So today's not a puppet cosplay. I am like wearing the vibes, of course, because we're just trying to be on theme here. Yeah, we're not doing a full puppet cosplay today. Instead, we are remaking the puppet box that I use in the videos. The original box back here it was very flimsy. Like it arrived already collapsed in a few areas. That's how flimsy it is. And so I found a better box and it's got flaps. So yeah, this will be the new upgraded puppet box, which I've been building during this stream. We are just putting some like finishing touches on it now. So, angle is better. Yeah, we want to like get some purple at the very least, like on these inner parts, and then we don't have to go like all the way down, but if we could just fill in part of the inside here, I think that would look nicer. And I think we have enough purple for that. So this is how much I have left of the purple. A sea of purple. But yeah, unfortunately though, once this purple is used up, that is it. This was the only one they had at the store and someone had already opened it. So we just gotta make it work. And then once we get the purple in there, I have the like final finishing touches will be like I have some ribbon, I have a little bow, it'll be super cute. Also for those who just got here, by total coincidence, today also happens to be the 2-year anniversary of the channel. So I swear I didn't do it that way on purpose, where we'd be making a celebratory looking gift box on the day of the 2-year anniversary. It happened on accident, but I do think that's pretty cute and fun. So yeah. So that is the case for today. Okay, yeah, so let's get some purple in here. But yeah, I can already tell this box is gonna be so much better than that first one was. So, I'm trying to think how best to tackle this. How many squares across is this? Luckily, if we mess some of this up, I do have enough blue, though, that we can, like, patch up the interior. It won't be the end of the world. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll, like, start with that, and then we'll, like, kind of trim down the sides a bit. Yeah, I just hope we have, like... unless, maybe it would be better to go this way. I just want to do this in a way where we have as much purple as possible, since we have, like, a limited supply here. Maybe that would be, like, the most effective way to do it. We'll, like, figure out how many squares across that we need. And that way we won't be, like, needlessly using too much, you know? Nice job on 2 years of the channel, thank you. The cat hair, yeah, there is cat hair everywhere. It is unbelievable. I love those cats, but good Lord. trying to see how many squares across this is. It doesn't have to be totally perfect, but like... I just want to save as much as we can of this stuff. This might be a little bit more than we need, but I'm going to start with this at least. Okay. But yeah, I don't care if the purple goes all the way to the bottom because it's just like not going to be visible. So let's do what's best for material saving purposes. But yeah, if we do a puppet get ready with me on Sunday, it'll be kind of exciting because we can actually like see this new box in action. Yeah, we are definitely going to be a little bit limited on how much purple we have, so let's make the most of it. I already forgot which direction it was supposed to go. I'm so bad at this. Cat always sleep in your closet. Yeah, I opened the closet for him to sleep in there today, and then he just like, he stared in there for a second, and then he was like, you know, actually, I'm good. And then he walked away, and I was like, are you serious right now, dude? Like, I know cats never know what they want, but geez. Wait, is it the other side? That seems too big. Is this the strip I intended? Yeah. It's confusing because there's so little left now that it's like trying to figure out which part was even the part I wanted to use. Yeah, I think this was the part we wanted. Yeah, you know, honestly, if we're gonna have enough to at least do like the back of the box, I might have to like cut some off the bottom of this. Yeah, because we're definitely gonna be very like limited on how much we have here. But that's okay, because again, no one's gonna see like all the way down to the bottom parts of the box. The main thing is making sure that these like open flat parts are covered. Because usually when I film these videos, the camera is pretty much like straight on at the box. So it's like maybe here-ish. You know, it is a shame I don't have double-sided tape, but I don't think like any of this tape will be particularly visible in videos. Looks good already? Oh, thank you, Blitz. Thank you, Glamrock. Hi, Miss Lori. Chop the purple guy. Yeah, honestly. So put a little bit here. Okay. So yeah, I might like cut the bottom half off of this and use it on the other side just to like make absolutely sure that we have enough for the other like back edge of the box. Okay. Smooth this out a little. Yeah, I don't know like how far to like cut, you know, and it'll be safe, but yeah, you'd be amazed how little of this is actually going to be visible. So maybe if I can just take it about part way. Hi, Creek. Hi, Cosmo. Hi, lovely X stars. Oh, thank you so much for the chills, Mitsuri. Thank you, thank you. Chica's cupcake, yeah, over there, hanging out with the Ditto. It must be funny though, seeing behind the scenes of how like when I say I do junkyard cosplay, like now y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. I am not a neat and tidy professional type of cosplayer. I am a chaos cosplayer. Let me take it like here-ish. I hope that'll work out. How far down is that? Yeah, I mean, I think it's about partway. Hopefully. I kind of just picked a random square. I'm just going to cut there and hope it's good. If not, we'll redo this with the blue. Sorry, I'm just kind of cutting off screen here really quick. Okay. I don't even know why I'm trying to be like neat and tidy here. Like this is just the interior of the box. Like who cares? This is like the part of the box that's probably going to get covered in like accidental makeup and stuff. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Early Juegos videos. No, I'm late. Hello, Jenny. Looks great. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. And no worries, you didn't miss all of it. We're still putting the finishing touches on here. I'm trying to make sure that this can still bend. We'll test it before the end of the stream just to make sure that like me cutting corners isn't gonna like create too much like ugly visible box in here. But yeah, it does come down to like I only had so much purple. Hi, Shota. What is considered neat and tidy? Well, there's some cosplayers who are like, you know, everything they do is just like perfection. Everything is so unbelievably professional and amazing that it's like the rest of us are just like, okay. But, you know, usually in those cases, those kinds of professional cosplayers like make a lot of money doing this stuff or just in general have a lot of money. I'm just making do with what we got here. Like those are the kind of cosplayers that have like workshops and studios and things. All I have is a room with no space in it. Hey girl, what are you up to? Yeah, for anyone who just got here, I've been building a new gift box for my puppet cosplay because the first one was pretty flimsy. And I found a better box, which is very exciting to me. Especially because, you know, it's got flaps. I'm so excited about the flaps. We just have to secure the sides here to make sure that this doesn't, like, flap weirdly. Excuse me, Blora. Actually, you know, I'm going to trim a little bit off the sides here. Just a teeny bit. But yeah, I'm like, my style of cosplay is make things out of garbage because otherwise cosplay wouldn't be very accessible now, would it? Poor Blora. Oh, thank you for the chills, Robert. Thank you so much. Very generous. Here's like one side. Let's secure the other side now. Hey, not Mika. Thanks for joining. Yeah, we're nearing the end anyway, so. We're kind of just doing the like last few things here that probably aren't even necessary, but like, why not? I would like to think that like if I ever end up making a third box, it'll be like really nice. Cause I've seen like some cosplayers, like, have y'all ever seen like Princess Sachiko's puppet cosplay? She's an example of someone who clearly like could afford to make a nice box for it. I'd like to think that someday I could have a box that looks like the one that she uses, but I wouldn't even begin to know how one does that. I assume that hers isn't even made out of an actual box, like it's probably like other materials. This thing has such derpy edges now. It's very silly. Down to earth cosplayer. That's how I like to look at it. I do accessible cosplay. The cosplay is for everyone type of cosplay. I mean, sure, if a day ever came where, like, I could have a bigger budget, like, sure, I'd make more expensive types of cosplays, but I think no matter what, though, like, I'm always gonna kind of do this junkyard style because it's just in the spirit of what I do, you know? So I think that looks pretty good on this side, right? Got that dark interior now. So let's repeat that on the other side. And then, yeah, we can test to see if it matters that, like, it cuts off here, but you'd be surprised. Like, there's a chance that none of that's going to be visible, but if there is, we might still have, like, a little extra purple to work with at the end. And then, yeah, we can just kind of cover some of that up. But, yeah, like, very little of this. Are we back? Sorry. Are we back? Sorry about that. It keeps, like, freezing up. Let's see if it's refreshing on my screen. Refresh that. Oh, I just realized I didn't even have this on live chat. I'm so stupid. It's back now. Yeah, it was like freezing up there for some reason. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, though, cute pumpkin cloud hopper. Sorry about that. It froze up right when you sent it. You're doing great. You show up and show out. Aw, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, thank you for showing up, of course. Sorry that it froze like right when you sent that. I was like, oh no. The timing of it all. Why is YouTube having so many problems lately? It's so annoying. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out once again, like, what's the most, like, material saving way to do this. I guess probably going this way and then cutting across one side. Like, it's a little more than we need, but although, well, again though, if we take it this way, we might, well, I don't know, I think at this point in the roll, it might not even matter, like, where we do this, because there's just only gonna be so much left no matter what. the main thing is that I just want to make sure, like, is this enough for, yeah, okay. So this, we actually do have enough here to do like the front and back at least. Like it won't be perfect, but it'll be like good enough probably. So yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter, but yeah, we're down to like just using whatever we've got left here. YouTube has been changing things in the background. Scaring more creators off. Yeah, I know, they've been like banning and like, or at the very least like demonetizing a lot of channels. And they've just been running some like really iffy updates too. None of it's for good. Okay, let's see how far across we need to go here. So we can like trim some of this off. If we take it to that square right there, that should be enough. Yeah, we're definitely getting down to the bottom of the barrel here. Oh, geez. I wish they'd had more purple. This is so noisy. That's another reason I wanted to live stream this though, is like, I figure if I'm gonna be doing this like noisy, chaotic task anyway, I might as well do it with people around, because no matter what, I was gonna do it, so. Okay, so yeah, let's like tape some of this up here, and then yeah, we'll trim some of it off, and hopefully that'll be like enough to like fill out one of these back areas here. Yeah, let's tape this and secure it. Puppet's gonna pop out of the box. I hope so. I mean, it's gonna be hard to do because my puppet cosplay is already extremely challenging to do no matter what. But I'm gonna try to make it work to the best of my ability, because I feel like the Jack in the Box thing would be really fun if I can pull it off. I keep whacking Ballora with the flaps. Is the live freezing again? Oh, geez. Hopefully it'll clear up soon. YouTube has been so frustrating to deal with lately. Oh my god. Hopefully it won't like completely go down again though, like it did before, because that was crazy. Apparently it was down for like 2 hours. Okay, so let's trim some of this extra on the inside, just because like we may not necessarily need it. So how much should I do? We'll do like, like this much. Okay, I think that'll be enough to at least pad like the back of the box a bit. Because frankly, I don't even know if I care about doing the inside of the front of the box. I can't imagine like that would ever really be visible on camera, but I guess there's no way to know until we try it. I mean, I guess I'm going off of the angles of the camera and the size of the box that I had before. This is a new one, so maybe I shouldn't be so presumptuous. Okay. So yeah, we just have a little bit left to work with. Let's flip that back around. All right. Getting a little low on tape here. Do need to like trim some of these sides though. Hold on. Just to make things a little bit easier. I swear, if I ever get to make a third box, I'll make a nicer one than this. It won't be Princess Sachiko's level, because who among us is? But I'd like to think someday I can make something that's not just like dollar store materials like this. Someday, someday. But this is definitely good enough for our purposes currently. And that's all that matters. What is this channel about? So this channel is kind of like a combination of like art and cosplay content. So for example, like what I'm doing right now is I have a cosplay of the puppet from Five Nights at Freddy's, and so I'm building a giant gift box for it that I can like use to like pop out of the box in videos and stuff. So yeah, on this channel, it's like I do a lot of like get ready with me like process cosplay content. I do drawing live streams where I like work on illustrations and stuff. So yeah, it's like kind of just an overall like cosplay art building things channel. Yeah, it's a little all over the place, but I feel like if you like stick around long enough, you kind of get like the feeling for the vibe. It's more consistent than it seems, I think, once you get used to it. Okay, I'm just trying to see if this would like... Okay, yeah, we definitely need to secure the sides. Otherwise it's gonna like do that bowing thing again, which we don't want. So just a little bit over here. And then repeat on the other side. You're still alive? Yeah, although not for much longer, honestly. We're near the end here. Let's see if that helped. I think over time, like, these little creases are gonna, like, take care of themselves, too. It's kind of like the puppet box has to, like, mold itself in a way, if that makes sense. Okay, so these are the flaps now. So, yeah, so this side here is this is the front of the box. This is technically the back of the box. And so, because we'd be filming it where like this side is in the front, you pretty much never see the like inner wall on this side. So the priority is actually this back wall here. So we're going to put some paper back there, and then if we have enough left over, we can like maybe add a bit more on these side parts if we have to, but let's just see like what we have to work with first. Because yeah, we are down to like the last bits of this stuff. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. Like these like corners here are still kind of visible. But I don't know if that like really matters. Yeah, there's like a little wiggle room here. But it's probably fine. Other side. Yeah, I feel like it's not particularly gonna matter. If I truly have to, I could probably add like some extra strips even. So, okay, in that case, I'm gonna cut this in half. Well, no, we really don't need to though. Yeah, because we don't need to bother with the front part of this. Yeah, forget it. Let's just use what we have here. Because I do think like this back part is going to be more visible than a lot of other things. So it should get some amount of priority. So like that. It looks like it actually does almost reach to the floor. Not perfect, but looks good, thank you. Yeah, the goal around here is never perfection. Like I said, I'd love it if like a day ever came where I could do the like really advanced, expensive cosplay stuff. But until then, I don't mind doing this kind of thing. Where it's just, you know, it's about being good enough. Welcome back, Purple Heart. No, thank you for the jewels, Robert. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Does this go down to the bottom? Yeah, I think so. Let me like tape that up at the bottom there so it's not flapping everywhere. Falling all over the place, which is fine. It's meant to be collapsible. One there, and then just a little bit more. I can already see some of the tape like giving up over here. Again, this thing probably won't survive very long, but if it can survive like a few recording sessions, I'll be happy. And then who knows, maybe by then I'll have a better box. This is our like it'll do box. Okay. Yeah, there is kind of like a lot visible on that side. I do wonder if I should like add a little extra strip there. Because I do have this, which could help to cover it up a bit. Yeah, let's cut like a little bit off of this. Let's see, maybe like this amount. And then yeah, let's just like, just so like that little corner there isn't too obvious. Because the main thing is like, you don't want anything distracting. And I do think like, if there was a little bit of visible cardboard back here, like right behind my cosplay, I could see where that would be distracting to the viewer. You know, if it's like one of those things where once you notice it, you can't unsee it. You never want that in the videos, because that might bother people. Yeah, I'm at the end of the tape here. Ah. Okay. Hi, Withered Bonnie. This looks accurate. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know it's not the most like professional looking puppet box ever, but it's better than the one I had before, so that's saying something. Okay, let's hold this for a second. Okay. I'm sure I could polish that up a little bit later, but that's a good start at least. There, that's the last of the tape. I should have a spare roll somewhere. But I do also have some packing tape we can use. Okay, so that's the back of the box, like the inside back. So we should probably try to see like how much of the inside is visible, just to know if like there's any point in me like filling out the rest of this. So let me move this here for a second. We're gonna do like a quick little test here. So these are the storage containers I've been using to prop the box up. They're not perfect. I will be weighing them down eventually. Right now they're empty. And so I'm trying to think like what would be the height that I would use. It's hard to say because like I don't normally even use this tripod for filming. I don't know like the distance and stuff, but let's just see like, this is gonna look really silly. Sorry, hold on. I pull this thing over my head so that I don't have to try climbing into it. That's how I was doing it when I was practicing. Okay, and then we gotta like prop it up on these boxes. I don't remember exactly how I did it with the boxes. It's been a few days, but it was like, because the boxes, like, they have a curve in them, which is good because it helps to like secure the box a bit better. Something like that. And so if I was filming, yeah, it would probably be like, not exactly this, but you can kind of see just how much of it is actually visible. It's not as much as you'd think, right? Where it's like, you can see a bit back here, but you can't see this front part. You can't see very far on the sides here. I'm just trying to see, like, can you see any on the sides there? I can't actually even tell from even on the camera here. Can y'all see any cardboard on the sides at all? Like if I move myself a bit, is any of that visible? Or is it just purple everywhere? I think there's like a little bit visible here, but frankly, I think this camera angle though is actually a little higher than what I would normally do. Let's lower it a bit. I think normally when I film puppet videos, it's more like that. Well, that's a little low. Hold on. Something like that. It's so noisy. A little bit. You just see purple, all purple. Looks good to me, thank you. Better? Looks great. Oh, thank you, y'all. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I think even if like this little strip is visible, it's probably not going to be too bad. Because yeah, I would normally have the camera like kind of yeah, because I would normally have it lower than this though. It's just, it's tricky. Like this is a weird tripod that I'm using right now. It's not like my usual thing. So it's like, it bends in weird ways. That's probably a bit closer to what I would do. Where it's like, yeah, because the trick is like having enough of the box in frame that people can tell there's a puppet box, but like at an angle where like you are also fully visible. So yeah, that's about how much we would ever be seeing on the sides here, which is not much. That's probably good enough, right? I think. I suppose I can do some test videos later, just on my own, and if it really looks like it's like bad, I still have a bit of purple over here, so I can like just fill in these sides a bit if it truly comes to it. But yeah. So yeah, with this box, like, it's still a bit flimsy, but if you can believe it, this is actually sturdier than the other one was. The other one was pretty bad. So yeah, it doesn't have like a ton of room for crouching. Like, I wish it had more, but it's not too bad. I was testing it before where I was like, can I jack in the box with it? And it was like, pretty much, yeah. Like, enough for like video purposes. So yeah, it is very silly, but I like being silly. Especially like picture with the talons with the like wires over the side. Yeah, so, and then, you know, you can kind of just like creepy style, like, rawr. So yeah, I think what we have here is pretty good. So why don't we put the final touches on, which is just the bow and the ribbons, which they'll barely be visible. The only time they'd ever be seen, of course, is when the flaps are closed, which, as I just demonstrated, would probably be a blink and you miss it kind of moment. But I still think it would be nice to have them there. So let me extricate myself from this box first of all. See now why I don't care so much though about being like neat and tidy with it. Like, these things get like so messed up like when I'm filming and stuff. Like, they just go through heck and they only survive like a few filming sessions before we move on to something else. So it's not worth it to try and like maximize the longevity of this thing. If it can survive like 3 recording sessions, I'd be happy. So we have to put the, let's see, we have a bow and we have some ribbons. Obviously though, they can only be on one flap or else I won't be able to open this thing, which would be no good. So let's at least take this stuff off. That's pretty, oh, thank you, you in the random. Surprise, Jamie's here at your birthday. Can you imagine? Spooky. And I do think it's funny that, like, we're supposed to believe that, like, that puppet animatronic, like, wasn't horribly terrifying to children. Like, what were they thinking? It says it has, like, a peel off and press thing, but I don't really know how that works. I usually just tape it myself. What do you mean peel off and press? I don't know. Yeah, let's remove this side too. I can never, I'm claustrophobic. Oh, believe me, I only stay inside the box for like half a second at most. I too am claustrophobic. No, if somebody like actually tried to close me in this box, I would probably freak out. Then again though, the bottom of the box is open, so it's like, you know, it's not as claustrophobic as you'd think. Okay. Well, I'm out of the scotch tape, so let me put, like, where did the... Oh, there it is. Yeah, we'll just use some, like, packing tape for these final touches here. So I don't know, which side do you think I should put it on? We have to have the bow and everything, like, kind of off-center. I guess I'll just put it, like, right here-ish. Like I said, it's like, it'll be a blink and you'll miss it kind of thing. Wow, once again, this was on the floor for half a second and it's already like unusable from cat hair. Unfreaking believable. What if I could fit in there? I barely fit in there. I do hope eventually I can get a bigger box. Like, this one's good enough for now, but man, someday I want just like the biggest, most ridiculous box that I can like fully disappear into and then just like, brah. It'd be so awesome. See, I'm gonna put it like here. So it's like, it's taped off center so that, you know, like I said, like it'll look close enough like that, and then we can like flop it open. And then for the ribbons, I think maybe we can like tape, because there's like 2 of these, I think. So I figure we can like tape some on one side and tape the others on the other side. Someday she'll find the right box. We just have to believe. If we believe hard enough, the right box will come along. Okay, so let's see if we put it like, I can't really see it that well. I'm just trying to decide if I want to put this more like in the front or the back. I mean, it's gonna be kind of like underneath a bit. Like that. Yeah, this is like purely for aesthetics, because like when it flies open, it'll be like floppy. And then yeah, let's put some on the other side, because we have this one too. And hopefully the like little ribbons won't fly into my makeup and like ruin my puppet cosplay. Those are the kinds of things I guess we'll find out on Sunday. It'll be an adventure. I would test it out on my own, but the thing is, worst case scenario, like let's say I try to do this while in the puppet cosplay and it's like not working out. I don't need the box. Like, I often film puppet videos, some in the box, some out of the box. So like, it's not like a make or break it situation where it's like, oh no, the box didn't work out, the cosplay is ruined. It's like, no, I'll just do what I usually do, like sit on the floor, like all like, or something, you know? It wouldn't matter. So yeah, so this will go on the other side then. And that way this can like kind of help with the illusion, you know, that it's like breaking open. Because yeah, it's like when the flaps are closed, it'll look like one thing, and then it's like, bam, like that. And then it's like the puppet box. So yeah, that's the idea behind it, at least. It's not perfect, but it's the kind of thing where like it works well enough for the purposes of like making a video. So yeah. So there we go. I believe that is our gift box for the day. And I'd say we did that in pretty good time too. We started at 5 p.m. my time and it is now 8:15, but it took me about like 25 minutes or something of yapping like as usual before I even started doing anything. So I feel like this actually only took about like 2.5 hours or something, which is pretty similar, I think, to how long it took me to make that first box. So it's really not that difficult of a task, like the way that I do it. Like, yes, again, hopefully someday I can make a much better, more professional box. Like maybe someday I'll make one out of like, you know, like thick cuts of like that like 6mm EVA foam or something, like something just real fancy, you know. But until that day, this is like, it's good enough. And it's a quick thing, which again is nice because yeah, 2.5 hours, like if another box comes along, another 2.5 hours to make this, not the end of the world. It's a very low risk cosplay prop, but it looks cool in videos. That's what I like about this kind of prop. It's like, it's not that much effort, but like it adds a lot to the videos given how little like really goes into it. So yeah, so we did it. Oh my gosh. Sorry, no, I missed like so much of the chat. You like clowns? I love clowns. Sister location cosplay? Oh yeah, I have a circus baby cosplay and a Blora cosplay. Yeah, although the Blora cosplay a little back and forth all the time, but perfect jump scare. Yeah, exactly. I think it'll make for some pretty fun jump scares. I hope, as long as I can actually like get in there. It's like, it's just gonna be hard because like the way that I do the cosplay, like my hands are very, very hindered. And I only have 10 seconds ever to set up. I'll probably have to like crouch down, have like one finger off, set the timer on duck, and then hopefully have like enough time to like pop back out again. Like I think I'd have to start from a crouching position or this will not be possible for me to pull off given how many physical challenges are with this cosplay. I just have to make sure that like I can like crouch down and stuff in a way that's not gonna like mess up the makeup or like knock the mask off or something. Like, so I'm not positive yet just how well this is actually gonna work, but you know, at the very least, like even if the Jack in the Box thing doesn't really work out, I do think this still looks better though with these flaps open than the first box did without them. Like I think even just this look overall with the like, you know, visible purple and stuff on the sides, I think that alone looks better already than the first box did. So to me, it's like a totally reasonable upgrade no matter what happens. And I think it looks pretty nice. Like it's derpy, but my cosplays are derpy. Who cares? Everything I do is derpy. It's nice. Oh, thank you, Glamrock. Now make a fast breakfast. Yeah, I have to have dinner. It's 8:15 and I haven't eaten yet. I'm hungry. How do I make the masks? Yeah, you know, sometime I should probably... I have to make a second mask for Glamrock Chica because I'm going to do like a kind of like shattered, ruined sort of Chica. So yeah, hopefully I can like live stream some of that so that y'all can see the process a bit better. And then, yeah, probably like whatever cosplay I do after Chica, I'll like do a live stream of that like right from the start, you know? Because yeah, I do get asked that a lot about the masks. By your outfit? Oh, thank you, Picatoria. Maybe on like a stool holding the box. Well, the box is propped up on these like little side boxes that I have here. Yeah, I wish that there was like room in there for like a stool and stuff, but barely any space for me, even like with my knees and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be iffy. Like, this isn't the perfect box yet. Somewhere out there I know is an even better box. But I just have to wait for like when it finds me first. But this one is definitely an improvement on the last one, so I'll take it. And apologies to the last one. It did nice for a little while there, but it is now about to get cut up into pieces and trashed. And no offense to this box, but I imagine that will be your fate soon too. So enjoy your life while you still have it, until a better box comes along. Can't wait for Sunday. Yeah, for anyone who just showed up, part of the reason I wanted to do this today was I figured if I built a puppet box live on Thursday, then we can actually do the puppet get ready with me on Sunday, and we'll have the box, you know. It's like maybe you could think of it as like it's a 2-part live stream, you know. Like, I'm not gonna like title the streams that way or anything, but like you could see it that way. This was sort of like part 1, the setup process, and then yeah, we'll do part 2 on Sunday. I do have to remake the backdrop though. For those who haven't seen it yet, look at this. Look at this disaster back here. All the balloons are like, they're like falling down and shrinking, and all the tape is falling down. Yeah. That's why it kills me whenever like people ask me, they're like, how do you get that backdrop to stay up? And I'm like, I don't know why you thought that it stays up. This thing is reborn every few months. I wish, believe me, I wish that I had permanent balloons and stuff that could stay up forever, but nope. But yeah, I had thought about even like live streaming the process of putting this all back up, but then I was like, that means everyone has to watch me like blow up like 30 balloons. I don't think so. Nah, that'll be for me to deal with before Sunday on my own. I'll put on a movie or something and just keep blowing up balloons. It'll be so much fun. I love it. That's when I do have to get a stool out though. I'm not tall enough to reach those up there, so I always have to like bring a step ladder in here. It's probably not super safe, but whatever. So yeah, we'll have like a fresh new backdrop on Sunday, much bigger balloons than this because these have all shrunk already the past few months. Yeah, it'll be good on Sunday. Yeah, we'll have totally refreshed backdrop, brand new puppet box. Yeah, I think it'll look great. So yeah, that'll be Sunday's stream. We'll probably do the usual time to like 2 p.m. EST. And then yeah, for those who don't know, today also happens to be the 2-year anniversary of the channel. It was just a complete coincidence that I made a giant gift box for the 2-year anniversary. Yeah, I do have a cupcake that I got for the anniversary. Maybe like after the stream ends, I'll like just take a cute pic of it or something like with the puppet box and just be like, I'll make like a community tab post like, hey, 2 years of this channel. It made it, it survived, because I kind of at the beginning did not think that this channel was going to survive, so it's a miracle. But yeah, I guess that'll do it for today. Make the Let's Party banner. Yeah, something like that would probably be good for the Chica cosplay. I know I have to like figure out some of the peripherals for that cosplay, because it's probably not going to be anytime soon, because I want to focus on like a Shattered Chica cosplay first, but I would love to make that guitar eventually, that cool star guitar. I just I don't know when that'll be. It could be a while, because that's going to be really challenging to make. And there's still some other parts of that cosplay that need to get dealt with first. You'll be there Sunday as well, Tommy? Heck yeah. Of course, thank you, Jaden. Oh, thank you for the chills, Robert. Thank you. Happy 2-year anniversary. Yeah, we did it. 2 years. And I'd say this was like, the first year was sort of like, but this past year, like, things have been going pretty good for the channel. So yeah, it's very exciting that we got to 2 years. Think positive. Yeah, definitely. I always try to as much as I can. It's a cupcake on the bottom shelf back there. Yeah, but the one in the fridge is edible. I'll have that after dinner. That'll be my like 2-year anniversary treat. But yeah, I should probably like take a pic with it or something with the box, just to be like, hey, 2-year anniversary. It's worth being positive, definitely. Did I do the earrings? Yeah, the earrings are over here somewhere. The box accidentally snagged one of them at some point during the stream. And it just like showed up and I was like, whoops. Oh, thank you for the jewels, Alyssa. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, thanks to everyone who came today. I have no idea what the attendance was like on this stream. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like lately it's been like this always happens to me where I go through these patches where I'll have like a few streams that get a lot of views and then each one just gets less and less and less for a while until the algorithm decides to side with me again. So this one may not have gotten a whole lot of them because that's just sort of been in the way of things lately. But that's okay. I'm just glad that people were able to like enjoy the little 2-year anniversary thing here today. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat early. It goes biz. I gotta go. Bye, Jamie. Hope to see you on Sunday stream. Yeah, no worries. We're at the end here. I'm about to end the stream as well. So yeah, thank you so much for joining today. And yeah, I hope to see you on Sunday as well. Yeah, when was the last time we did a puppet stream? I don't think it was like that long ago, but I'm just curious. Let me pull up the live streams really fast. I gotta make the thumbnail for the next one. Oh, was that? Really? Hold on. It was a month ago? What was the date on this? Oh, okay, it's been over a month since the last puppet Get Ready With Me, so okay, that's fine then. So this was actually very timely. Like, I'd say my Get Ready With Me characters usually return after like anywhere from like 1 to 2 months, so that works out. So anyway, I'm gonna head out. I want dinner. Also, I really want that cupcake. Been looking forward to that cupcake for hours. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you all enjoyed this. I know it was kind of a different sort of stream from usual, so I was like not sure if people would like it. I've never done this kind of prop making live before, but if people enjoyed it, I would be more than happy to do more streams like this in the future. So yeah, I will wrap this up here then. So anyway, yeah, hopefully I will see some of you all on Sunday for sort of part 2 of all this. And yeah, I'm gonna go get a cupcake. Oh, thank you for the Jules X Star. Thank you, thank you. And on that note, yes, I shall head out. Bye, everyone.